What's up, gamers? Welcome to the Ochako Gaming YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be doing a podcast where we talk about shit. Alright, make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and make sure that bell is rung. Alright, now let's get into it. But first, let's hear a sponsor from our sponsor.
Did he just freeze?
Bro, I can't best that. I don't think I can.
I don't think I can best that either. Did he freeze?
It's even better with the freeze.
I might just want to keep that part in. That's hilarious. I don't think I can best that either.
I don't know if it was intentional or if he's doing that as a joke.
That's a good question. I'm gonna message him on my phone real quick. So, oh wait, camera's off.
Yeah, my
We're keeping that in. We're just gonna cut. That's like the one edited part of this. And so, anyways, but yeah, welcome to the podcast. We're gonna start with telling random stories, or stuff like that, and talk about things that happen and stuff. I wouldn't say too controversial topics. We don't want that, but kind of random topics that would be frequently asked, I guess. So you guys know how the game Detroit Become Human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where basically the robots become deviant and feel these human emotions instead of being made to an android, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, and it goes on this this little topic, but do you think it would be physically possible to actually love a robot?
I think so.
Well, I mean, Plankton.
True, Plankton does love a robot, but I'd say as long as it has its own personality instead of it's built in to be emotionless. If it can show emotions, I feel like it is possible to love a robot. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people love inanimate objects, so there you go.
Horrible joke, but
I mean, am I not wrong?
but yeah, you are right. Some people unironically love anime body pillows, unironically.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
No, that is true though, because
It's true.
Tyler, you and I, we have these because we thought something wouldn't happen. We did our little challenge thing, and now I have two because I thought it'd be funny. I don't do anything with them. People, when I uploaded it, people were like, "Yo, that character's a minor." Okay, number one, it's a pillow. How pathetic do you have to be to do that? Number two, it's a pillow. I'm a minor.
It's a pillow.
I'm also a minor, but again, I'm not gonna do anything inappropriate with the pillow. And number three, I bought it because I thought it'd be funny.
And it was.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I don't do anything with that, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this one just hangs here, behind my desk, as the official Ochako Gaming mascot, by the way.
There you go.
And it just sits behind my desk. Nothing else. And then the other one I have is just on my bed, and it's a pillow, so I'm just gonna use that as a pillow.
I mean,
basically.
literally, you could just lay on the pillow.
Exactly.
It's been so helpful for people just to lay on the body pillow.
Yeah.
They don't have to know what's on the body pillow, but they can lay on it. That's why the blanket's over it, so people don't have to know the truth.
Oh, see, when I have company, my family has company over, right? I'll make sure my door is shut, because there's certain family members I don't want to see these, but there's other people that hey, I have this, by the way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they think it's fine, because they know I bought it just because I thought it would be funny, and also because they didn't ever thought I'd get 60 or 100 subscribers on YouTube. By the way, thanks for that. But yeah, so now I have two. Now I have two. So what can you do?
Well, there you go.
So yeah. Anyways, next topic. Anybody else want to bring up a topic or something?
Huh.
I mean, I have a topic, but I don't think anyone here can answer on it. So.
Shoot, I want to try.
No.
Okay, so have you guys heard of the VR chat EAC debate that's going on?
I
The
think
controversy.
I remember like catching one of your streams and like hearing a little bit about it, and like how like they took out mods like that might like benefit people who like might actually need the mods, as well as like taking out the mods for like, cheating and stuff. But like, and the customer service, it was like the service they're doing on it like is horrible. That's all I've heard. And, like I saw like you showed up like the Steam page, right? And I did see like it was overwhelmingly negative.
Oh yeah. Basically, just you basically summed it up. VR chat added EAC, easy anti-cheat, which is just basically, like what everyone uses to disable mods. But they did like kind of killed all the wholesome mods and the negative mods,
Yeah.
Which killing the whole negative mods is cool, good job. But you also killed like the wholesome mods that are for like disability and ease of access or whatever.
Yeah.
So the community's like very like pissed at it. So they tried moving over to different platforms. It hasn't worked too well, but I mean, it's got jump-started a couple of platforms, but the easy anti-cheat ended up being it could have been avoided if they just decided to add all the mods like benefits, like all the mods like wholesome mods essentially before they did the AC. They just but instead they kind of like slapped it on suddenly, and now they're like going back and adding some features in it that these like very popular mods added. Like they're making personal mirrors, they're adding an earmuff mode so it kind of mutes everyone in a certain area. It's weird. It's fun. It's interesting? Question mark?
Yeah. Like it's been a while since you've like actually done like a VR stream, I think, or like not like too long, but like on VR chat specifically.
Yeah. It's been a second. I think the last one was me playing Minesweeper.
Oh, I remember that. Minesweeper was very hype. I'm somewhat good at Minesweeper.
I need to actually beat that challenge level. I want to get my name up on that world.
Oh, I believe in you, King. You got this. And, like,
one day.
So like, you know how like I'm gonna go ahead and go out here and say it. Like Twitter, I know I have a Twitter account, but Twitter is extremely cancerous. That's like a nice way of putting it. Like I mean, my feed shows up. My feed is actually genuinely interesting and like what I'm interested in. Looking at, but like, and I see like people retweeting this stuff like and seeing like or like game graphics in 2018, and they'll show like some PlayStation or Xbox game which is meant to look realistic, and then they'll compare something from like coming up, like a new game coming out, like Nintendo's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 2022, and they'll show like animated graphics made for like targeted towards children, and they're gonna say like, why can't you like make this more realistic and stuff? But the problem with that is Nintendo games are more specifically targeted towards children, which is why they have this animated feature. Whereas like Xbox and PlayStation games are more targeted towards like teens and above. Like with like Red Dead Redemption, Doom Eternal, like stuff like that. And like the people who complain about that stuff on Twitter are just basically doing it so they can like get likes and stuff.
No, they're really clout chasing because they basically are just like comparing like for like fruits and vegetables, or for like two different types of food, it's like this one's healthier, this one isn't. Why can't this one be healthier? It's like, well, for one, this one's naturally grown, and then this one's processed. So basically it's like this one's baked on Xbox and PlayStation consoles, which have a lot more power on them, and then this one's baked on a Nintendo Switch, basically a tablet. It's like you can't really make realistic graphics on a Switch anyway, so why you and then one's targeted, as you said, one's targeted for like a certain age group, and then the other one's targeted for a more simpler age group, which
Hang on, I gotta shut my windows because there's a train going by. Another edited part out.
This is train intermission time. Choo choo, motherforkers.
So anyways, back to like my rant going on, right? And like that's like the one like with those posts I've seen, that's like the one time I've actually gotten like pretty serious on Twitter, because I may have said some things that I might end up regretting later on. But I did basically, to sum it up, basically I said that the game's targeted towards children. Nintendo games are, right? And basically they're complaining about meaningless crap on Twitter that means nothing. And maybe instead of complaining about it, they actually go out and contribute to society in a meaningful way. That's to sum up the tweet. And like all my other Twitter posts are pretty much jokes, right? Like I went on this rant about Space Jam 2 because like I genuinely do not like Space Jam 2. It is a god-awful movie. Like Space Jam 1 was great, phenomenal. That's probably like my all-time favorite movie, right? And like just, and I've like been excited for Space Jam 2, but that was like everything was like cut and like okay, everything was like the first cut of everything is what they put in the movie. That's what it feels like, right? And like I'm gonna like slow down on this because like if I get into like Space Jam 2 topics, I'm gonna like rant about it for like an hour. So and I don't think you guys want to hear rant about that for an hour. So because I've done it before. So basically what I said was the movie was like incredibly rushed and like LeBron James was not good in that movie. And like Michael Jordan was a much better protagonist, right? And basically the rest of the tweet that I was talking about, right? This is the tweet I'm talking about, right? When I say it was rushed and stuff. I said, and then right underneath, the joke part comes in, I said Lola Bunny was alright though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that makes sense.
yeah, like you see all
I feel like
fun
Michael...
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
I feel like all this like fun stuff on Twitter is like, it's fun, right? And like, think nothing of it. But then there's like this serious stuff and like, who cares about this? Anyways, go ahead with Michael Jordan and stuff.
I feel like Michael Jordan, when he got signed up for it, I think he actually wanted to do a movie instead of, you know...
Yeah.
Like... And then, like, LeBron James kind of just saw, oh, I get to be a part of the new Space Jam? Cool. Another paycheck, you know? It's just, like, there wasn't... I feel like he was just doing it for the hell of it. It's not like he was, like, actually dedicated to, like, doing lines. It's like, I'll just say some lines. Call it a day.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Basketball.
And, like...
So...
They actually, like, ruined part of the canon in Space Jam 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I recently resaw Space Jam 1, because, I mean, we saw it on DVD at my Walmart that I work at.
Nice.
Yeah.
$5 too. Great deal for such a good movie, right?
There you go.
And like, when the Monstars show up, or like when they're like the little aliens, right? They go like, they dig through the Earth and go into the Looney Tunes world, right? That's where the Looney Tunes world is, inside of the Earth. Whereas in Space Jam 2, which like is confirmed by the way, it's inside the Earth in Space Jam 1, because like Michael Jordan is sucked into like a golf hole, right?
Yeah.
And like in Space Jam 2, Al G Rhythm, right? Don Cheadle's character, like basically takes Dom into like this like whole like IP stuff, or like tech stuff, digital world, right? And he does the same to LeBron James, right? So that, but like, so he was like taken to the Toon world, and like this digital thing, the digital world, the Toon world. But like the Space Jam 1 canon was that it was underneath the Earth. And like they confirmed the events of Space Jam 1 in Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
Because like
by the Bugs Bunny reference.
Yeah. And like Bugs Bunny had mentioned like he'd played it and like played basketball with an NBA star before, right? Like, gee, doesn't this seem awfully familiar? He said like something like that. And like when they were trying to get Lola Bunny, right? She's doing like this like Wonder Woman thing where she could like become like an Amazonian woman, right? Do like that little like the Wonder Woman challenge, right? She like didn't complete like the challenge itself, but she showed like she had heart by like saving Bugs and LeBron while they were like messing around on the course and stuff. And so she got that. Like, I don't know how Wonder Woman knew there was a basketball game about to go on, but we'll forget about that. But like and like, but during that whole part where Lola Bunny's trying to beat that challenge, right? Like Bugs Bunny literally says, why not take a chance in like playing basketball with an NBA star, right? And Lola Bunny literally says, been there, done that, because Michael Jordan, right? Like, but like the thing is, they're in like a digital world, and like pretty much Space Jam 2 was like Warner Brothers just showing off what they own. like The Matrix, Clockwork Orange, Scooby Doo. Pennywise was even in the movie.
Never mind. Game of Thrones. That's what it is. Yeah.
Like you see all the stuff. Like Yogi Bear was there. Freaking Yogi Bear. But yeah, pretty much.
I feel like you could pause the movie at any point and you could see a random IP.
Yeah,
Rick and Morty.
For some reason the Matrix was there. Like they literally Don Cheadle and like LeBron's son, right? They literally go like edit like the game characters in LeBron's son's game, right? In the movie. To like have these like special powers, right? And one of them happens to stop time. But Granny from Looney Tunes was in the Matrix. And that like basically counters the robot that can stop time, the character like and like it's just to flex that she was in the Matrix. Anyways, I'm going too far about the Space Jam 2 thing, so we're gonna go into the first game of the podcast, which is going to be 2 truths and a lie. And basically, like, obviously what we have to do is, like, we're gonna take turns saying 2 truths and a lie. It's something that happened in our life, and basically we just have to figure it out. Does that sound good with everybody?
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, Caiden, you wanna start us off?
I gotta think for a moment.
Alright.
Actually, so how do I? I think.
We can come back if you need to. Like we can come.
No. I think I'm almost good. I
Okay.
think I got a good one. No, I want Tyler to be the one to guess first, because I feel like you already get this.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Alright.
I think I forgot one of them.
Alright, I've wielded a double-edged sword. I have a Minecraft girlfriend. And I have gone 2 weeks without defecating once.
What's defecating?
Which one is it?
What's defecating?
Basically crapping.
Alright, so I'll let Tyler go through this process first.
Okay. Double-edged sword, Minecraft girlfriend, defecating. See, this is cool. We like this one. I don't think that's too specific, I think. So we're gonna take that one down. So now we have girlfriend and defecated. And I feel like I could believe this for some reason. So I'm sorry, but I will have to call you out on your girlfriend.
Alright, so now it's my turn to figure this out, right? So I feel like you've definitely wielded a double-edged sword before, because I feel like that's something you would definitely do.
Right.
Like defecating for, you said 2 weeks, right?
I mean, I said I didn't do it for 2 weeks.
Oh, you didn't do it for 2 weeks. Okay, wait, so going back, I feel like you might have mentioned that before, now that I think about it. But like, the Minecraft girlfriend is definitely true, because you've told me.
Oh.
So now I'm stuck between the defecating and like the double-edged sword. I feel like the double-edged sword would be a cool experience. So I'm gonna say that's probably true, and I'm gonna go with the defecating.
Well, you were both wrong, because I've not wielded a double-edged sword. It was only a single-edged sword.
I knew it. So like I knew like, because I remember you might have said something about like not doing it for 2 weeks, and I was like, hold up.
Yep. It's got to be a Guinness Book of World Records going over 2 weeks without taking a crap once at the age of 11. That's got to be a world record.
I don't think it's a world record. Because back
and I lived.
No, I don't think it was a world record, because I know back in 5th grade, right? I had to like actually go to the hospital because of constipation. It's an actual funny story, because I hadn't went for like more than 2 weeks, right? And
yeah.
I actually ended up going to the hospital to like, and they had to like put like this tube down my throat, right? Up through my. It's called an NG tube, so it basically goes up your nose and then down to your throat into your stomach. And basically, it would like flush out all of that stuff down there, and it would like make you like go to the bathroom so you're not constipated. And I was in a hospital overnight for that, so. I felt much better though. It hasn't happened since, but I don't think yours is a world record. Mine, maybe. I had to go to a hospital, so. But I'm pretty sure that's not. I'm pretty sure that's not even a world record. I feel like Tyler's trying so hard not to laugh at that.
No, I'm trying to remember. I have the worst memory right now, so I literally wrote down my lies and truths.
Ah, nice. Go ahead. I'd like to. Alright, I'll go last then. Yeah, you go ahead.
I have crashed 2 cars in one day. Our neighbor stole my dog. And I have never had chili in my life.
Alright, so I
Go
guess...
with the dog.
Dog?
That's my guess.
So I'm gonna go run through mine, right? So my thought process here is, I don't think you've crashed 2 cars in a day. I know you've had 2 different cars, like from high school, because like remember you telling me to tell the math teacher that you had been in an accident, and that's why you weren't like at class that day. And then so I know you might have like, and like I know the other car you had like stopped working, I think something like that. So I don't think you crashed 2 in a day. Now, the dog that was stolen, was that the one you have now, currently? The one I saw a few minutes ago?
No, it was a different one.
Okay, it was a different dog. Okay. So,
Well, I'm wrong.
and then what was the other one?
I never had chili in my life. Like the food.
Oh, like the food chili.
Yeah, I've been to Chili's, but...
I can believe that one. Because I've never had chili in my life either. At least as far as I remember. But I'm not 100% sure. I want to say I want to say the dog was the lie.
Oh wait, I think I did this wrong. Fuck. I think I was supposed to say I've had chili in my life. The lie was that I had chili in my life. The other 2 are true.
Okay.
So I have crashed a car, or rather my family has crashed 2 cars in one day.
Okay, so wait. So the lie was that.
I guess the lie is the cars now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh wait, no, I knew that was the lie, and yet for some reason, as I said, you didn't crash 2 cars in a day. Why is my thought process
family
like
crashed
this?
2 cars in a day.
Okay.
And yes, a neighbor did steal our dog, and I've never had chili in my life. So.
Nice. I have never had chili in my life either.
Oh boy, he's mad. I know. Why are you mad? Why are you mad?
Dog cameo. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright. So while we're waiting on Tyler to get back, I can actually think of like what my little 2 truths and a lie thing is.
I wonder.
Okay, I'm back. Hello.
Alright, so...
Did you not think of your own truth and a lie for this game?
I didn't actually. Shows how prepared I am.
Alright, Chad, you want to see me do a solve the Rubik's Cube while D thinks of his lies and truths? Here, I'll try to like keep it up on the camera here. I don't know how much of it you get to see though.
Oh, you know, solve a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I do not. I suck at Rubik's Cubes. Anyways, focus on stuff. Let's see.
I realized that my hand's blocking most of the action here.
Like, wait, can you like solve the entire thing?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can do that. I can't even solve one side.
It's
really simple.
Yeah, my brother knows how to. It's just like a certain pattern rhythm with the corners.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so I think I got it. So... Alright, I'll wait till you're done, because I'm actually intrigued on seeing this. Oh, you almost got it. Ginger, come here. Come here, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna let my dog out of my room, because she doesn't want to be in here anymore. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. And just like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yo, sick, nice. Alright. So, I once stole something from a store when I was younger. It was like $10, I think. I think I stole like a $10 stuffed animal from a certain store when I was a kid. I had a Roblox girlfriend at one point in my life where we would actually roleplay having a family. And I want
for me to break. I'm a sharpshooter at Paul's masquerade. Hiding both face and mind.
I feel like all those could be true.
I feel like the more reliable than the other two.
It seems too specific, right?
Yeah, because the more specific you make it, the more potential it has to be a lie, because you can just slip up one thing.
I mean, he could be trying to trick us into giving us a lot of details about a lie, but I really don't think, you know. The Roblox girlfriend seems like the most lie of it, because it was just, you know, that's a common thing, right? You can pull out of nowhere. But I don't know. Because I feel like I remember a story about the...
Did I tell you a story like that before?
I think... Maybe?
I just remember him talking about stealing something when he was younger. So that's
I believe the
true.
stealing one. I mean, that's what, you know, kids do that sometimes. So...
Just sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna double down on it.
Yeah, same.
911.
So you're both wrong, actually.
Man.
The lie was the stealing, actually. I don't think I've ever stolen from a store before in my life.
Dang. Well, there you go.
Wait, what did you steal?
Nothing.
Wait, but I remember you told me you stole something one time.
I don't believe so.
Wait.
I almost did. Like, I told you I almost walked out with something, like a candy bar once, and my mom had it. My mom saw it and was like, "Oh, we forgot to get this," so we went ahead and got the candy bar. So.
That's right.
So, like, I'm gonna go into the story. Like, I actually did have the Roblox girlfriend, and we did roleplay having a family and such. It was very.
Yeah.
Looking back now, I hate myself for it because that was like the cringiest thing I've probably done in my life.
I'm a sharpshooter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Moments of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass. reflecting that's the truth. It's the only words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones, there's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Nice.
Well,
Like,
glad you got away, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Did you get the surprise?
Oh, we still got the surprise, yeah, but like
Nice.
they were kind of upset, so. But we still got the surprise.
Hey, you got the surprise. That's all that matters.
Yeah. All right, with that game over, we got some more conversation topics to look for podcasts, right? Like, what was Caiden? What was the last trip you've been on?
Strip or trip?
Trip.
Oh, I can't remember.
You can't remember the last trip you've been on? I think mine was
Well-
like Tennessee, but I can't remember.
Not maybe even Florida. I think.
I think it probably was Florida for you. Yeah, cause like I remember like you, yeah, cause Owen's like birthday party, like you couldn't come because
Yep.
you were in Florida.
That was bogus, man.
Yeah, and then like it sucked too. But
I wanted to play Smash with you guys online, and then guess whose butt stinking took the card out of it before we left?
Your brother?
Exactly.
Honestly.
Wow.
Okay, so like you know that like feeling like with your parents, like when you're talking about like a friend you might have, right? And like us being guys, right? We talk about this friend who happens to be a girl, right? And then your parents like immediately jump to conclusions. And the first thing my dad always asks is she cute? And like my mom like is like, oh, maybe you should ask this person out, right? And like when I complain about being single, my mom's like, well, maybe you should ask this person out. Like, no, it's a reason.
No.
For a friend.
Yep.
Like,
Look, I know that I'm a pretty pathetic son and I don't get a lot of girls, but like, it's not gonna work out.
yeah.
So stop trying to throw me a bone here.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I have this, so this is already chick repellent as it is. I don't know. I think hardly anybody from school actually knows these exist in my house. Like, I plug my YouTube and Twitch on my Instagram bio, right? And but I like when I did that, I did like hide like all the videos with like the pillows themselves. Well, like you can see them in the background like streams, but like no one's actually gonna watch a 2.5-hour stream just to find a picture of this, right? Who would be?
I need to watch to make sure there's anything weird in the background.
It's like yeah, and so like that's like the one thing like it's kind of hard to keep like a secret. It's like especially when I'm like streaming and stuff on like YouTube and Twitch, is like people I know if they happen to like watch the streams and they see that they might like it's not like I really care about being judged, but like I've known them for like a while, right? And like so to them seeing me with this. It's kind of hard to explain. Like I know I had like a viewer on like one of my Twitch streams. Like I told the story to that, and he said I was very committed to the joke. To be fair.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but basically like I try my best to, like hide it from people like I've grown up with and stuff. But you know it's only like a matter of time and like, really who cares though? But like yeah, and like. Growing up, people have said like school's like the best years of your life, so you should make it count, right? And like throughout my entirety of school, I was complaining about how school sucked and it's not the best years of my life. But looking back, especially on like the last day I had, I may have like took that saying for like granted, right? Because walking out of that school was really difficult to do, because like that's leaving everybody that I've grown up with behind and like basically walking out on my own. So like basically here's adulthood pretty much.
Fun fact, did you know if you do this over and over again it resolves itself?
Oh yeah, I mean that's not like the corner method I was talking about earlier, just recycling the same session. I remember this one strategy I used to do with my brother that would slightly tick him off, where I'd take a solved Rubik's Cube, and I would take the middle, take it up, take the middle, take it right, take the middle, take it down, take the middle, take it left, and I'll put dots in the center.
No.
It was really funny because he just walked back to a solved Rubik's Cube and see that, and he'll be like,
What the? Okay. I remember one kid in my class who had like, you know, I like to fidget a lot, and so I would bring a Rubik's Cube to class whenever I need to fidget with something, right? And I remember I'd like solve a Rubik's Cube, and then he'd look back, see my solved Rubik's Cube on my desk, take it, mix it up, put it back on my desk, and then I'd fix it, and then the second that it was solved again, he would then grab it, mix it up again, put it back. I'm just like, what the? Dude, way.
Well, at least what I would do would be solvable again. You just have to recycle back what I did.
Right, exactly. It's like, at least you could solve it back, but this guy just like completely demolished the, like, you know, like there was like, he was trying to make it so that I could not solve it, period.
Yeah.
Like, but like, you know, you really can't mix the Rubik's Cube up too much to the point where, you know, it's not solvable anymore unless you end up, if you do it on specific Rubik's Cubes, you can twist the corner like that. So then it's actually impossible to solve. But,
sorry, I had to walk my puppy. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Like, we're like leaving the school. Like, I left like everybody I grew up with behind, right? And it was so hard walking out of the school, and like because like I was texting you, Tyler, while like on that last day. Because, like, I was trying to, like, figure out, like, oh my god, this is more difficult than I thought, right? Because, like, every other senior that was in my yearbook class was in, like, the yearbook room. Like, other than, like, the teacher's classroom. He has the yearbook room as well. And, everybody else was in there, like, sharing stories and, like, crying and stuff. And I stayed out with, like, the other underclassmen. Because, like, those are the ones I, like, grew up with talking to, like, my entire life, right? And when I was texting Tyler, it all, like, kind of hit me, because, like, it was so hard, because, like, the entire year I was ready to go, right? So, the last day for me was, like, incredibly difficult to, like, actually walk out.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, all the, like, the people in there that I grew up with and, like, talked to and stuff and were kind of friends with, right? They they noticed that I was crying, right? And like they were all like trying to comfort me and stuff. And like they said like I'd be able to like keep in touch, right? Because like, you know, Snapchat and stuff, and like if I want to, I can still talk to them. Which like looking back now, I can, but like I don't think I'll actually have. It's not like the same, right? And like they were like comforting me, some gave me a hug and stuff, and like or like a fist bump, or like, and I'll be fine. I'm gonna do great in the world, stuff like that, basically. And like so I ended up crying that day for 40 minutes. And looking back also now, like, cause like I also had to walk past people in the halls, and like them seeing me cry, that like even felt even more real. Like walking past everybody, hearing the final bell, and like walking past everybody, walking past like friends I've made and stuff, and like walking past like Owen or like Caiden. Because I remember like Owen had saw that I was crying, right? Because Austin was looking for me. Like Austin ended up taking me home that day because I didn't have a ride. And and like Owen was like, he saw me pass by, and like some other friends, right? And he didn't really say anything, right? He asked if everything was alright, and I just nodded my head, right? And like he messaged me over Discord just making sure everything was fine. And like, it's because I ended up crying for 40 minutes. And, like, I'm glad it was Austin who was taking me home, because I don't know how well I'd be able to like explain it to my parents, because like I'm less comfortable like with my emotions around like family and stuff, because I don't know like exactly why. Because it's like, oh, because like pretty much it's like they're there, it's gonna be okay, I can understand what you're going through, like basically like parent stuff, like, right? And like in reality, most of the time they don't understand, because like people are completely different. Some people are like completely different, so it's like it's better to have someone who like can actually understand what you're like going through, because, you know, because like my mom still talks to like some of her high school friends. My dad talks to everybody. Like, to be real with you, but like he still talks to like friends from his high school, right? And like the only way I'm actually gonna see them is like messages. Like maybe I'll go to like a sports game and stuff. Kate, keep me in touch on that, because I gotta know what some sports games are. Oh yeah, I open on Fridays at work now, so I can actually like go and see like sports games and stuff on Fridays. Anyways, but like yeah, and like that's probably the only way I'm actually gonna see them and stuff. But like Austin, like me and Austin had like a actual long talk about like that, all that stuff, and like it made me feel a little better, like how I was feeling, because, you know, he had talked like his experiences with stuff, and like if I ever need anybody like basically to talk to, like Austin would be there. Like I know Tyler's there whenever I'm like needing to talk and stuff and complain, because like you're always listening, and like even my complaints like really stupid, like you're always still gonna like be there and like listen to my complaining no matter what. And for that I'm very grateful. And like, but yeah, I would say like, Caiden, definitely enjoy your senior year, because it's gonna fly by and you're probably gonna miss it. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
Cause like, you know, like me and Devin, we were like so excited to get out of there, right? And then the last day actually hurt a lot more than I ever expected it to.
Yeah, I remember seeing you at the end of the hall.
Yeah,
and I remember like, I can't remember if I T-posed or if I was going up for like a hug or something.
You did both. You did both. I remember.
You just saw me and I was like, hold up.
Oh, change the. Okay, not the right time.
Yeah, that was literally the moment I was like, oh wait.
Maybe,
oh wait, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. It's just like, hey D. Oh.
But yeah, I was grateful for the hugs and stuff that I got from people, because that made me feel like it's a little better. But like, wanting to talk to them again, I'm not sure like how I would actually go about it. And like some of the people that I actually like, I talked to like basically like all the guys I used to talk to, right? But like some of like the girls I used to talk to, like I found that more difficult, because like we hardly like actually talked, but like we were still like close to friends, right? And like I was like a late arrival for like for the first semester. I had 2 periods of late arrival. Second semester I had 1. And my first period, instead of like staying home that extra hour, I went to the first period. I got up at 6 every morning. I went to that first period class because I pretty much had nothing better to do. And like the teacher didn't mind me being there. He was also the yearbook teacher, by the way, who I had like at the very end of the day. So, and like great teacher, by the way. He let me stay in there. I'll like bleep this part out, but
Yeah.
he was great. I stayed in his first period.
Oh, he was amazing.
Yeah, I stayed in his first period because I didn't have one. He just let me do it. He let me stay, and like he made a joke that I was like Austin's minion, and then like that went by for like the rest of the semester and stuff like that. And, but it was fun. Yeah.
Oh my
It was really fun.
I missed that, man.
Yeah, and then like the Hawaiian punch thing is like really what upset everybody else, and like, of course me leaving kind of upset some people as well. I know that much. Because like they were definitely sad to see me like leave because they had basically been around me since childhood as well. So, but like the Hawaiian punch was very emotional for everybody. Like,
Oh yeah.
because like I was the only person in the entire school who thought it would be fun. Like, it was supposed to be 1 gallon, by the way. And I mean I took that 1 gallon, and like I finished that gallon, and then I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I brought another gallon? And that just went on for the rest of the school year. So without fail, like I never like went a day without a gallon of Hawaiian punch. It was great.
Wow.
Dude, who am I gonna be with in English 12 now?
I know. Oh, dude, I forgot it. It's a good question. You're gonna have to be stuck with people questioning your virginity because of how muscular you are.
Bruh. No.
That was like an actual thing too, by the way.
Wait, what?
Like they like literally questioned your virginity because of like how muscular you were.
That's a concern now that I think about it. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because now you're like on the verge of like actually like girlfriend, right? You're like pretty close at this point. Because like you're still talking to this girl, and like cause you told me like you got off like a Minecraft round with her last night, which respect. Still haven't touched grass yet, but respect.
Okay.
But yeah, so. And like you have like the best shot at it all. So, like I'm just waiting for someone maybe to play matchmaker with me because I'm way too shy to actually like talk to somebody, and yet I'm like confident enough to wear this Hello Kitty shirt that I got as a graduation gift from Noah on camera for YouTube, and yet I can't talk to a girl. So you guys have any like interesting work stories? Like I know Caiden, you mentioned like maybe having a job like a few months ago.
Yeah, it never turned out though because I had to stay home with my grandmother to take care of her after stroke, which I still am currently. So,
so like, Tyler, do you have any interesting work stories? Because I know you used to work at Kroger.
I think I have a couple of work stories where I can rant about them, I can yell about them. Or I mean, one of them's kind of funny, but like it's more of a stressful type situation.
Yeah.
Like it was still kind of funny, if that works.
Yeah. And like,
Okay.
it's like, sorry, but real quick.
No, go ahead.
Working at like Walmart, because like I've worked at Walmart since October of last year, and working there, I have come to realize a few things. People are horrible. I hate my job, but I get paid for it, so I like my job. But I like the people I work with. That's like a thing that's actually important because like I love the people I work with. They're all great, and but the customers are horrible. And like one thing I've really learned is like some of the worst customers you can have are like some of the church people. Like I'm being serious when I say this. Those people who act like all religious, they'll come into Walmart and be like the most hateful people alive.
I cannot deny that.
Because I remember like even my pastor at church like a week ago, he even said something about that. And I'm just like, I'm surprised he said it at church, but like, he's right.
He has the balls to do it. I respect.
And like, but yeah,
respect on that.
And like, I've had a few like Karens come up to me, right? Or like Karens, right?
Yeah.
I think the worst Karen I probably had was like somewhere around the Super Bowl, somewhere around then. Like I was stuck. Like the day before the Super Bowl was a Saturday, right? I open on Saturdays, and like I was opening, right, and I was like alone until like 10, which 3 hours is fine, right? I was a little nervous about it, but like I can survive 3 hours on my own, to be fair, because I've done it before. Because like I've done a whole shift on my own before, which sucked. And that's the day I did a whole shift on my own because everybody who was supposed to come in called in. So I was alone from 7 to 3. I had to get people to come. I had to get like someone who used to work in electronics with me, who became like a team lead in apparel, or like the clothing area, basically.
Yeah.
He like came by, covered my breaks and my lunch, and I was really grateful to him because he like taught me some of the things I know back in electronics, and like he was like really cool too. So he was nice. So he was very helpful. He's probably like one of the reasons I actually got through my shift. And like I was in such a rush to like close everything down because I had to close that as well. Like not like take up like the money drawer, the drawers, like the tills, like aka like cash drawers where like, you know, the registers, like where the money comes out. Like I didn't have to take those up because like people still need to like buy things back in electronics, and like the one who's like, we had like the team leads, right? They're in charge of like the department, but like the team lead wasn't like scheduled that day, right? My team lead wasn't scheduled that day, and so we had the coach, which is like a member of management, and like he was in charge of like that department as well, but like other departments as well. He's like in charge of like general merchandise, GM, and like electronics like fit into that part. That department fit into his, so he was like the coach and stuff. So basically, when I left, I had to give him my keys, and he took over. But like I had to, like the photo department. That's what we're for that as well. Like other than like unlocking stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was also in charge of the photo department. I was hoping like no mounted photos or stuff would come in. I think we got one, so I just left it for whoever was there tomorrow. But like, I had to take my 15, right? Because I get 2 15s and an hour lunch on like when I work 8-hour shifts, and now I work 8-hour shifts every day. I work now since I just picked up hours, which sucks. But you know, what can you do? And but you know, it's great to have an hour lunch. But on my 15, like the person I work with, Eric, the one who like helped me cover my breaks and lunch and stuff. I know he complained a little bit, but like he wasn't complaining about covering my breaks. He was complaining about why nobody was showing up in electronics. If that makes sense, because you know.
Yeah.
But he was very happy to help me, and like he was extremely helpful. Like he asked like if I wanted to take my break now and then come back. And I said that would probably be best, and I took my break so I don't like forget to take my break. And he understood that, and like, and I leave, like usually I'd like to leave like 9 minutes early because I can do that without like getting in trouble for it or getting pointed for it. Because we have a 9-minute grace period where we can clock in 9 minutes earlier or 9 minutes late, and it won't count against us, or we can like clock it out 9 minutes earlier, 9 minutes late, and it won't count against us. And so I usually do that, but like I clocked out a couple minutes after 3 when I was like scheduled, right? It was a horrible shift, but I managed. Like, I'll get back to like the Karen story in a second with that, but I had to like rush to close the photo lab, and that was probably one of the fastest times I've actually closed the photo lab in time. There was times when I had to close on my own like 6 times in 5 weeks, but you know, that's beyond the point. Back to like the Karen story that day. She came in. She was like older. She was like an old lady, right? She was with her husband, I'm assuming, and who I'm also assuming are her grandkids. And her granddaughter was looking for she lost her laptop charger, and she had to come in for another one. And we had one, right? It worked. She paid for it. She was like, "Can I open it up?" Right? And it was a $50 laptop charger, and it was locked up on like one of those locking pegs you see back in Walmart, right?
Yeah.
And like, so obviously if it has a locking peg on it, generally if it's like expensive, like $50, no, I'm not gonna let you open it. And she said like, well, they let me do it at the other store. Oh, I gotta censor that part. Whoops.
Whoa.
Glad it's not live. Good thing I can censor things. But like,
we got doxxed.
And I was like, well, this isn't insert place.
Yeah.
Not doing that again. And she got really hateful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, will it work? I said, it looks like it should work, right? Because, you know, like, I'm not like an expert. I said, I don't know. It's just my job to like sell things to them, right?
Oh yeah.
And like maybe try to answer questions they might have, right? And then this old lady says like, well, I'm gonna pay for it, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna turn right back around and you're gonna refund my money. Really? So here's the thing about that, right? We cannot return things back in electronics. You have to do that at customer service. So the satisfaction on my face was like, well, if it doesn't work, you can walk up to customer service. Like, let's be fair, she might be needing a little walking, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So I told her she can walk up to customer service and return it, and then come back for it, maybe another laptop charger. So, but luckily for me, it worked. And I still have to be polite to customers, so like I have to say stuff like "Have a nice day" and stuff like that. But like I'm gonna tell you, her husband and grandkids looked really apologetic because like her husband did not speak a word to me other than like he had to motion me over to unlock the laptop charger so I could ring them up, right? So I could take it back and ring them up. But he had to motion me over. I don't think she was letting him talk. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like I could see it in his eyes. He wanted to say I'm sorry, but he couldn't. He didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and like I think her grandkids were like too young to actually understand. But yeah, and like there are other times like I get these like really down to earth, chill customers, and like some of them were like I remember I got into like you can have conversations with customers, right? Generally they want you to like keep it quick, but like sometimes like, I was telling one on a phone and like she said I was like kind of smart and stuff. She was like are you still in school? Like I said I graduated back in May, and then she asked how old I was, and I said I was 16. She was saying like, oh, you're so smart, I'm so proud of you, I don't even know you and I'm proud of you, and stuff like that. Actually, that means something to me. It's great. And then I'm pretty sure I became like pretty much kind of almost homies with the customer I sold a TV to, because like I answered like all these questions and stuff, and we just talked and stuff, and I mean he was pretty chill. So. But yeah, so like working at Walmart, I definitely learned a few things like about people. But yeah, mostly it's like most customers I've experienced are pretty nice. So
That's good. That's good.
So like, what's like some like experiences you've had at work?
Okay, so out of fear of having to go back to this place, I'm going to refer to them as Groger. So working at Groger's pickup spot, it's basically where we get their groceries for them. They put in an order to get their groceries. Yeah. We pick them out from in a specific time frame, and then we get them to their car, right?
We have a department like that in Walmart.
Exactly, pretty much every store nowadays.
I've like cross-trained up there, so if they need help, I can go up there and help them. So I pretty much do that job as well. I don't get paid for that part, but
right. So, I was part of the people who get I was the one who got the food and delivered it to the cars, Yeah. So whenever they'd pull up, they'd bring us up. We grab their stuff. We tell them about the things we couldn't grab or the substitutions that we thought were smart.
Yeah.
If they agreed, then we check them out, scan any coupons if they needed, and then they just let us, do our thing where we load their trunk up. Now the thing is that in our department, for some reason, they had us on 15 an hour with only 2 to 3 people in the back. So 15 orders per hour. Generally, if it's a small load, it could take about 5 minutes, right, for one person. If you do the math, it doesn't quite work out for 5 minutes to fill in 15 to 16 orders per hour. Like, you can't do 16 to 15 orders an hour every 5 minutes, So you generally have to have a lot of people back there. But they didn't want us to have multiple people back there. So it just so happened that one of these days we didn't have much staff on us. The whole department's a mess. 16 orders per hour, pretty much almost the whole day. And so I generally think of myself as a good person to have back there. Like, I was pretty quick. I made little to no. Well, actually, I made mistakes a lot, but I was good. I was able to play it off and actually make it work. So I was really quick. I was really speedy at that. I had the determination. I had the strength. I didn't complain a lot. I only took breaks when my boss, who she's really, really nice. She only let I only take breaks when she said, "Hey, do you need a break?" And I say, "Yes." But I'd be taking out orders left and right, making sure I place them right, eggs on top, breads on top. But this one time, I was pretty much the only person, taking food out, and we had the whole department. We had our managers, like the head of stores, like in the back with us, like figuring out what the fork's going on. I guess either food wasn't, groceries weren't coming in, or we were having problems with something else. But either way, I took out someone's order, She was kind of like snarky about it, but it was fine. Like, I've been waiting here for a couple minutes, you could have brought it out a little faster.
Wow,
I'm like, I'm sorry,
minutes.
ma'am. As you can see, there's if you could look that way, full lot. I'm the only one out here. You've seen me, I'm pretty much the only one out here. You've seen me walk out here,
Yeah.
So I load up her groceries. I say, have a nice day. And then she checks her order. Some people do that. Totally fine. I don't mind, and I'm glad she did, because I go get another order, come back around. She says, excuse me, you forgot something in my order? I'm like, oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, here, let me go, I could go check and make sure that, if we have it in the back somewhere. We probably just forgot, because sometimes we forget that, we don't have time to scan them, like, all them out. Like, we have a scanner that makes sure we have every single tote and, like, bag,
Yeah.
checked out. But sometimes if you're in a rush, it's too slow to, like, scan every single one out and just say, okay, look, we know we have, like, 5, general stock. We have 6 refrigerated and, like, a couple of frozen bags, so just send it out, So I go to my boss, I'm like, hey, lady in spot 7 still has something missing, the order number so and so and so. Do you mind if I grab it really quick and take it out? She's like, okay, I will go find it. You just take out this order, okay? I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do that. Yeah, because we're on a timer, right? We're on a timer. We have to like get these orders out as fast as we can. Like the second they check in, we have about like 5 minutes to actually, make sure their order's processed, and then load out their car and then continue for the rest of it. Otherwise it is late and it looks really bad on our so-and-so. So she tells me to rush back out with another order. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do it. And so I come back around, I'm like, so she's like, excuse me, I'm right here. I'm like, sorry ma'am, I have someone working on your order right now. Please forgive me. I need to make sure and get this order to someone else. She's like, but I've been here. I've been standing here. I've been waiting here. I'm like, I know ma'am, but I do have someone working on it right now. I'm doing what I'm told. And she's like, ah. So I'm rushing off. So my boss takes out the rest of her order. She's like, I'm so sorry about that. It's just been a busy day. And then this customer has the balls to say, I swear that kid that you sent out to give me my order, I just wanted to slap him. I just wanted to hit him. I'm just and so obviously, my boss, being the cool boss that she is, reports this. And we end up the head of the store ends up calling her, and they're like, so we have heard that you threatened one of our employees. And she's like, I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. Please don't kick me from your store. I find it hilarious. I don't know. So I've gotten threatened before.
Yeah. I
don't think I've ever seen her again.
I don't think I've actually ever gotten threatened, but like, go on. You said like your boss was pretty nice and chill, right? Mine is
she's
as
nice.
well. Like the team lead in my department, like I mentioned, like they're like in charge of the department basically, but they get pulled like everywhere else instead of actually being in their own department. And for some reason, generally the one that actually gets pulled to go to other departments happens to be the electronics team lead, aka kind of my boss. So, and like that, my boss is like really chill and like really nice. He'll ask you to do something and he'll say like thank you after everything. He's like that nice. And like like the entire shift I was on my own for that day, right, the one I explained like a few minutes ago, he was bragging to everybody back in like electronics about that, and I don't want the recognition for it. I mean, it feels nice, but like to be fair,
it definitely feels nice. Yeah,
I was just doing my best, right? And like he like brags to my mom and stuff, because my mom works in the same building as well. She's a team lead like up front, but like that doesn't affect me in any way or like anything that happens with me or my sister, because we also work in the same store, right? But which my sister actually works in like the online shopping department, and she was the one who cross-trained me. So like moving on from that, my Like he brags to me about my mom and stuff a lot. Or I don't know how much is a lot, but I know he definitely like brags and stuff about it. And like I do, like I had to like put this end cap out, right? And like, cause like we had like these large Funko Pops, right? Like we had like Minions and like some like Marvel ones, and so we had to like find a way to put them out, right? And so I do. Like we move like the earbuds back to where customers can see them more, like the ones that are like out on display or on feature on an end cap. And then like we put up the shelves and stuff. Like I help him go get the shelves and stuff, because we were like, we couldn't find any in the back, so we had to like go get some spares from other departments in the store, and like I carried them back, and like he had to leave because it was time to actually clock out. So, and like obviously like, and I just carried them back, and I did the end cap, and like he saw it the next day, and which I was off the next day, but I came in on Saturday, and one of my coworkers told me that my boss was like really impressed by it, and that he was really impressed by it, and I did a good job. So like he told her to send that message to me. So, but yeah, my boss, he's pretty cool. So
nice. We appreciate the bosses out there that are like very considerate of the workers and don't just like use them as like pawns, you know, to like get work done.
But management is like so much worse. Like they'll use us as
management is always really
but, like,
bad.
The team leads, most of the team leads are actually good.
Team leads are cool, right?
Two. But like some of management is actually pretty good. Like
some managers are fine, but most of the time they just have like
the coach, which is basically management in our store, is in my sister's department. She's like the nicest person, one of the nicest people in the store. So yeah, so like there are some managers that are like, yeah, they're great, and like the others are like kind of bad, and like, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Like I appreciate the managers that are nice, but I understand how like managers get so stressed over so many departments, you know, that are always going wrong.
Yeah.
Like you don't have time to appreciate every single little dot, you know, like every single little like employee, you know, because especially since you don't know them too well, you're like focusing on like 5 different departments at once. You can't like, you know, be considerate of every employee. But like, can you at least try to be a little bit nicer? Like, I mean, but when it comes to like leads, you know, for like you know, departments, that's where I kind of feel like you need to actually start appreciating them more. My old boss, she's generally pretty nice, but she does not really like individual, like she can like pick favorites of her employees, and then that's fine, you know, you could take favorites, I don't give a dang, but like she doesn't like appreciate people for their like work expertise, I guess. Like I was so good at working at the back, but she always put me out on like running trolleys, which is like getting the groceries from the, you know, the store shelves, which I was terrible at. Like I was absolutely garbage at, and I'd get the worst times. She would always have to send someone out to like come grab me because I was garbage at it. I was actually bad at it. I would take so long on it. And it's not like I was just like, oh, I don't want to do the work, you know. It's like I was trying my best, but like I just couldn't get it done. So when, you know, my lead, she, you know, eventually retired, and the new lead came up, she actually then like made me pretty much permanently working in the back 24/7, even if there was like somebody else working at the time and she wasn't. She'd say, make sure you have Tyler in the back with you. Swear to goodness. Like, get him back there. He knows what he's doing back there. I'm like, cool. But
like work can be pretty fun sometimes. But like, anyways, moving on from like work and stuff, like there are like growing up, like you see these like characters in like movies or like TV shows. Because like obviously like as a kid you're like, dang, should I be feeling this way towards this character, right? Like I don't know if you guys ever like felt that before towards like a certain character like growing up, but like I think a really strong one like on a lot of people growing up was definitely Lola Bunny. But like but like Fiona from Shrek is fine. I'm gonna say that much. Shrek's also pretty hot, by the way.
I mean, he is. You can't go.
Like, I don't know why, but actually, as a child, I don't know if I like said this on like the first podcast, but like I had a thing for Taylor Swift when I was a kid, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so like we have this like whole like large container where like we'll fill up full of pennies and like donate it to like people to like, I don't remember what exactly it's for, but like we donate it right to like the local like radio station. Like I said this on radio. I kid you not. I said this on radio. Because like so that was the one who like said like, here you go, here's the money, like there you go. Like I was the one who like gave it to him, right? My parents had me give it to the person, right? And they were really grateful. But like, and like we know those two, like we've talked to the two radio people here on the radio on that certain country. It's like the country music like station, but like we know the two people who like actually like are on there. So we've talked to them quite a few times, and like they know us, they remember us whenever we like they see us. So. But like, I said on air, I kid you not, that I was going to marry Taylor Swift no matter what. I said that on radio, and I don't know why. It's so embarrassing looking back.
I mean, fair, I guess. I mean, I said that I wanted to dance with Michael Jackson on stage.
Okay, but
that's also in my...
But like, that's like less cringe than saying I'm gonna marry Taylor Swift no matter what. Like dancing with Michael Jackson would actually...
I mean, yeah, I didn't say it on radio, and I said it to my dad, who he promptly said, Michael Jackson's dead, son, move on. So...
Yeah, but the problem is Taylor Swift is alive.
Taylor Swift's alive.
Like, I have actually searched up on YouTube or like Google saying like kid like says he's going to marry Taylor Swift and hopes that it wasn't going to be there, and thank God it's not. Because if it was, I would be dead. Like my soul would leave my body.
I think people understand, you know, people like it. It's like, oh, that's cute.
Oh yeah, but I was definitely a kid.
Kid
like,
wants to.
I had a thing for blondes.
Like, it's not gonna get traction.
I had a thing for like.
It won't grab traction.
Yeah, like blondes for me were like up there, right? I mean, I still have a thing for blondes. I'm gonna be real with you, but like not as much as like as a kid, because as a kid, I thought like any blonde person was like pretty attractive, right? Except for like the one exception was Daphne from Scooby-Doo as a kid. Cause like, yeah.
Jinkies.
Velma is Jinkies. Velma is Jinkies.
Zoinks?
No, it's Zoinks is Shaggy. Zoinks Jeepers is
Jeepers?
Jeepers is Jeepers. That's Daphne's catchprise. But what does Fred say, guys? Jeepers. What does Fred say?
Fuck!
Oh no.
Have you guys seen that meme where it's just like they all go to the memes and Fred just starts cursing?
Jinkies. And it's just
son of a fucking bitch! just starts. You're like, whoa, you're not supposed to say that. Like, I don't have a catchphrase. What do you want from me?
Oh god.
Like, what's like probably like one of your biggest fears like growing up?
I didn't think I had much fears, so I literally just said death.
Death is
because I couldn't put it into like words, but I think it's more like losing people that I'm afraid of, I guess.
Like you're more afraid of like losing people than actually dying yourself.
Yeah, I could die. I don't give a crap, but like, you know, losing other people is where I draw the line.
I think like leaving like a mark on the world is kind of like a thing for me. I might want to do that in the future, like, you know, like have an influence on some things, like good influence, obviously. I want to like leave my mark on the world and like maybe not be forgotten, but like, and I've seen like this meme saying like eventually one day in history your name will be forgotten forever, and then like the one person just replies like, not if I eat the Mona Lisa. Which I mean is technically true, but yeah, like,
I mean, you have a point.
Yeah, and like there are certain names that won't like go, that won't ever be forgotten, but like I don't like being forgotten is definitely like up there, right, on my list. But I think like some of my biggest fears is I'm afraid of heights. Definitely, that's like a thing. But like my two biggest fears are dying alone. Cause like I can't stand the thought of like dying, like being alone, like dying alone. like in the way of like a relationship, because like I say
yeah.
like kids, like babies. I'm not like much of a fan of babies, but like, cause like I'm one of those people who don't like see babies as like relatively cute. But like kids are fun. Kids are also pretty stupid, I'm gonna admit. But like that's what's fun about kids.
Yeah.
And like I want to have a family sometime in my life, but like you know, I find it very difficult to talk to girls, and yet I wear this Hello Kitty on like stream and stuff. But like I definitely want to have like a family. But other than like that fear, my biggest fear is bugs. That is just terrifying. I can't stand bugs. I hate it. And, like,
I could be afraid of some things, but I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Like, are you afraid of nanomachines?
Nanomachines, son.
Yeah, because like because like you just played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance on stream, and like I want to go back just to see the Senator Armstrong parts, because nanomachines, son. Like you see all those memes where it looks like
It was very
like,
comical.
like you see all those memes where it looks like something sus is like definitely about to happen, and then like Senator Armstrong just comes out and just punches this nanomachine, son. Or like making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg.
Dude, you should really watch it. It's very comical.
Yeah.
The Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance is one of the funniest experiences I've been through. Because one, when they're trying to be serious, they're not. Because, you know, they have a character, literally a character. Like, this game was made, what, like 2000s-ish? Early 2000s,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
So the term meme didn't, you know, actually mean anything yet. Like, nobody said, like, oh, that's a funny meme right there. So they literally have a character that literally just spews about memes and how it builds our country and builds our society and builds our worlds, right? And he is saying it with the most straight-faced, like, face and tone that it is so funny in today's context, because he's just ranting about how memes, like, build this society. And we're just over here like, what the he's the meme man!
Like, I don't know if you like can actually say that with like keeping a straight face nowadays, because like saying
No,
like
you can't.
memes are like building society, it just makes me want to laugh.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I wanted to see if I could find like actual like quotes from this guy.
Yeah.
Let's see, Monsoon.
Are you talking about Monsoon?
Quotes. Yeah, it's Monsoon, yeah.
Oh yeah, I played that game. It was probably one of the best campaigns I've ever played my whole life.
Oh,
Like,
it is so
legitimately.
fun.
Like,
It is super fun and like super nice and memorable, but like it's also like one of the funniest experiences I've ever been through.
Yeah.
like there are these things like the games you would play like on streams. Like some of the games are really good on stream. Like I've heard like streaming like RPGs, unless you're like really popular, isn't really like the best thing to stream. And like take from the guy who streamed like Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes a lot. It's probably not like the best to stream, but like, you know, and like I think most of like the followers I've gotten like while on Twitch from like streaming wasn't like I don't think I've ever gained like a single follower while being on Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I don't think I've gained like a single follower from that. Like, and that's like an RPG game, right? A hack and slash RPG game. Meanwhile, like things I have gotten followers from on Twitch is like streaming like Smash stuff, like which Word of Light Nuzlocke, by the way, coming up, ka-chow. And because I lost all my progress and stuff. Like I don't remember, like I lost like the list I had for like what I'm doing on YouTube, but like I completely forgot about that. And like so I'm gonna redo that like but on Twitch this time, because you know, and like Pokemon Sword, my Nuzlocke for that is going pretty good. Speaking of which, Tyler,
That's good.
You want to do a soul lock sometime in the future?
Yo.
Do you know what a soul lock is?
Yeah, it's basically a Nuzlocke, but are for, you know,
like
the
every
Pokemon for the
Pokemon
route
we
are
catch
linked.
Yeah. And like if one doesn't catch a Pokemon that route,
Then it doesn't work for the other person.
Yeah. And basically like if your starter dies,
if one dies, then
you
the
are
other
screwed.
starter dies. Yeah.
Like, and like I still have my starter in my current Nuzlocke. I make the dumbest decisions in my Nuzlocke, right? Like I had a Corviknight out, right? And that's like a steel and flying type, right? And I also had and like I also had like a Crocodile out. And I was at the 8th gym doing like the gym challenge, right? So I had a Crocodile and a Corviknight out. And Corviknight's a flying type, right? And it was 2 fire types. It was a Ninetales and a Turtonator, right? And I was like, I'll use Earthquake and get both of them done, right? And then I was like, oh wait, but both of the enemies are fire types, right? And it teaches me to do double battles, and like, because of that one gym challenge, like the 8th gym leader, Raihan, because he does the double battles like, with the effects of weather. And like, you know, the sun was out, right? They did like sunny day and stuff or something like that, or like the ability drought, which makes the sun like hotter and like strengthens fire type moves. I was like, this is bad because like I will lose Corviknight, right? And Corviknight's been like a huge part of the team so far, or aka Flaps, since I have to nickname it. And great nickname, by the way. Corviknight the bird, name's Flaps. Great nickname.
Nice.
And Crocodile's name was Chad. Giga Chad is Machamp, by the way. Not to be mistaken. So I switch out to Gardevoir. I switch Corviknight out for Gardevoir, and then I remember, oh frick, I chose Earthquake for Crocodile, and that deals damage to Gardevoir, which wouldn't have to Corviknight, right? But Turtonator survived the turn. Ninetales didn't, which, yeah, lucky me. But Ninetales did not survive the turn. But Chad, Crocodile's Earthquake, took Gardevoir down to half health, a little lower than half health. And then, like, Turtonator's, like, signature move, like, whatever it was, like, hit Gardevoir, which would have been super effective towards Corviknight, which might have killed since, like, you know, the drought ability. And so I lost Gardevoir at that part. I also lost something because I said it's not gonna, because like the only way it would die is by like a crit, because like super effective didn't even do half of its health, the Pokemon's health, right? The Boldor that I had named Dwayne, like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. It barely did anything, the super effective hit. So like the only way to like do anything was a crit to kill it. So I kept it in, and big surprise, a crit happens. Like it sucks. But like the Gardevoir's name was appropriately named Mommy after memes, which I mean, I guess all things considered, it might have been better just to like kill off Gardevoir, but like Gardevoir is like gonna be so huge for like Champion Leon's Haxorus, because like fairy type, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I had to catch like a Pokemon where like I couldn't catch anything there because the level was too high, right? And so I caught a Komuro there pretty quickly, by the way. Caught Komuro, and like I had to. That's gonna be like my saving grace against like Haxorus. And yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but my Nuzlocke's going pretty good so far, I'd say. Not too many deaths.
Good.
I've had a lot of close calls. Let me tell you. I do have an Unpheasant, appropriately named KFC. I should have caught a Pikachu and named it KFC Deep Fryer, but you know.
Oh no!
Oh goodness.
But yeah.
Nice.
And like Left 4 Dead,
Good
like
stuff.
I love Left 4 Dead. And like streaming it, it's probably one of my favorite games, right? And I want to do like another run through of it, like on stream, you know. But like I don't know if our time would be like good enough for that, right? Because we did all of that in like one sitting.
Yeah.
And like I definitely like want to do this like recordings and stuff of it so I can upload it to YouTube, and like stream the campaign of it while, and then like I think like 2 campaigns, and like split up the recordings and stuff. Like that would be easier.
Yeah.
And like, but like record the 2 campaigns, like stream the 2 campaigns, but then like split it up and like edit it down to, like 2 different videos for like actual YouTube itself.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, and like I need people online to actually do it, because I know like Austin and Anthony, I can say their names because they've been on videos before and we've used their names before. So, but like, and like you know, you know, it's kind of difficult to like get everybody online at once, because like Anthony's generally only available after 10 p.m. And like generally like you stream like 3 days a week, and like, you know, your classes are about to start back up, so
yeah.
But yeah, so like I'm trying to like get all that like figured out and stuff, and then like if I need to, like I can get like two people online other than myself, of course, and like have like an AI, but like. And then like I know some of like your viewers like have Left 4 Dead 'cause like they were the ones who like joined like Dev and Austin.
Yeah. Devin and Austin, yeah.
They,
not to be mistaken with the other Austin, yeah.
Yeah, not to be mistaken with the other Austin, the one like I'm closer to.
Yeah.
They were like really fun to play with, and my running jokes of I'm so skilled at gaming have stayed because of that stream.
Dude, Austin got so pissed at you for that.
Yeah, they definitely did get pretty pissed, and like they definitely like went along with it after a while.
Yeah,
and
after
then,
a while they finally calmed down.
And then like Dev was like encouraging the joke. And then when I said I am so skilled at gaming, and like they I think Austin, they said they needed to like nerf like whichever character I was playing. And then when I finally died as Rochelle, I was like, hey guys, they nerfed Rochelle. That's probably like the funniest part. I need to like go back into that stream wherever it was. I know it was on like the final campaign that we did, but like we didn't do like the non-canon campaigns. Like I think we should like go back and like definitely do like the Last Stand. Not Cold Stream. Cold Stream sucks, but like I'm gonna go back to like that part and see where Austin says they need to nerf Rochelle, because I was the one playing Rochelle. And then I died like towards the end, like not on like the final level, right? But like I died like right near the safe room by like a tank, I want to say, or a hunter. And I was like, guys, they finally nerfed Rochelle. And that was probably like, the funniest thing I'd said all stream. Because like when I'm trying to be funny, I kind of fail at it, but when I'm not trying to be funny, I can be hilarious. Because like, I was playing Minecraft with Owen the other night, and like Owen said zombie, there was a zombie, and I said zombie, and like you know how like in like Leopard or like Resident Evil, like I used to stream Resident Evil a lot, and because that's one of my favorite games as well. And like there's a licker, right? And people make such a licker. I barely know her, right? And so like what I did when Owen said zombie was like, I don't know, for some reason I said zombie, I barely know her, and that doesn't even make any sense. But for some reason it was hilarious.
Ay.
Have you ever had like...
I find my most clippable moments are the moments where I'm not actually doing something important.
Yeah.
Like it is literally just me being an idiot that people end up clipping. Like if I'm actually trying to be funny and like make a joke, it doesn't get clipped. But if it's something that I do by accident and you know, it's hilarious. You know, like I spent like maybe 5 minutes misreading chat
like,
because somebody posted there was a character in Yakuza, right?
Yeah.
But they basically, it was like AI. I forget. It was probably like Ai-chan or something like that. And one of my viewers put down, typed Alan Iverson, and so for the first 2 minutes, I kept on saying, you know, he was like, look, it's Alan Iverson-chan, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, look, it's an alien invasion-chan, and then they're like, Buggy, reread the line. I'm like, oh, sorry, Alan Invasion Sean. So then it like took another couple minutes for me to actually figure it out. They clipped that, and so the running joke is that character was literally just named Alan Iverson Sean. So whenever I was voice acting for that, I'd go like, Alan Iverson Sean, which I'm pretty sure is like a golfer, I think.
Yeah. And like,
but,
with like my past streams, I've like went back to like clip things that I thought were funny, and like definitely like one of my viewers on my YouTube, Mr. J. Hi, Mr. J, if you're watching. What's up? Like he joined one of my Smash streams, and then like ended up subscribing to the channel and stuff. And like he was like one of the viewers I was talking to when we did our little Mario Odyssey race. And like when I was like saying because like I remember I was telling you how I was training like my Lucario amiibo, right? And it was like saucing me up when I was playing Lucario, and and then I switched to like Byleth, and I said I was like clapping Lucario's cheeks, and I was like, wait, no, phrasing. And then Mr. J says in the chat, get clipped. And like, I was like, okay.
Oh no.
And so like I ended up like gritting that part out of the stream, like editing it down, and I posted it on like my Discord, like in a channel called Stream Clips, if like people want to go back and watch streams just to clip certain parts. because like there were like hilarious clips on our speedrun race of me, because I remember I said I think I figured it out, and Mr. J was there at this point when I said I think I figured it out. Final last words, because then I freaking hit one of those like things and died, because it was at that, I don't know if I like can say the part, but like it's like those fuzzy like black things, one of those Mario enemies, like the fuzzy black things.
I think so, yeah.
And like when the wall and like the wall goes up, like that yellow wall goes up, and like that was like a different part, like right before it. But like when I got to that wall, I was like, I'm so skilled at gaming, right? And I didn't know the wall was moving up, and so I hit the thing, hit one of the enemies, and I fell to my death. And I was like, I did not know the wall moved up. I mean, I threw for content, by the way.
No.
That's the only reason I lost, right? I threw for
You threw for content. You threw for content. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, but one of the parts I can actually say I did throw for content, because I literally stopped in the middle of like the race just to scan some amiibos to see what would happen.
I mean, I started throwing for content when I wanted to learn Moonskip.
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
you actually did the Moonskip. And then also,
I eventually did it.
I spent like 20 minutes trying to do the Moonskip, and I could not do it, and then I went through the middle.
It was so hard. It was so, yeah, it's really just, it wasn't worth like the 20, like I did it for like 30 minutes, I think. It was not worth the 30 minutes I was actually trying to do Moonskip.
And, like, on YouTube, I've noticed like some things, like other than like when I clip myself, like it's like funny things when I clip, right? But you'll like go through like my streams, right, or like videos. Like when I edit in videos, like when I did like those finales for each like Left 4 Dead campaign that I did, right, for the ones that I've done so far, like when I was still in school, and I did those, like on the last stand when I did that, everything horrible happened. Like we didn't do that campaign like on stream, but we should definitely go back and do that sometime, because that's like one of my favorite campaigns, and it's non-canon. It's like kind of like an alternate ending towards the Death Toll, if you remember that campaign. It's I think so. It's an alternate ending towards that Riverside. And so basically you like turn on the lighthouse stuff, and then like the rescue comes. Same person rescues you, right? But basically the Android notification. And but like pretty much like I did that, and everything wrong happened. Like all they had to do, like Francis died from like a hunter, right, while I was being mauled to death by a smoker. Bill like teleported over, killed the smoker, and then went to go save Francis from the hunter. But once the hunter was killed, Francis was like slowly bleeding out, but his health was lower than mine. And like Bill came over to me, like he like teleported to kill the smoker. I don't know how he teleported, but he did, and I was so grateful, because otherwise I'd be dead. I would have died, right? And so like, but like once like the hunter was dead as well, like Bill came back to revive me, right? But like the Lewis CPU came over as well to try to revive me, and he left Francis, so Francis bled out to death, right? And like I think it's worth saying, like when I'm playing Left 4 Dead 1 like alone, or like with friends that don't choose this specific character, and like when I'm recording, they like let me choose my character, right, since I'm the one like who's recording, and I'll generally choose Zoe. But like when I'm playing with my sister, she chooses Zoe, because she's like plays the female character, and I choose Bill when I'm playing with my sister. But like
that makes sense, yeah.
But like I generally play Zoe, and also like the add-ons that I have make like Zoe like my favorite fictional character, and so like, you know, I just play Zoe for that. And then like but yeah, and like everything went wrong during that like recording, right? And so because like, and I played like the Taps funeral death sound, like Taps, like you play in the military. And I played that during the credits, because everybody died except for me, right? Like, all they had to do was turn onto the port, but Lewis and Bill did not turn. They went straight trying to kill the tanks. Like, they didn't, like, apparently the AI thought didn't have time to, like, turn onto the dock and get on there. And so I was there at the boat, and I was like, they're dead. Bill is down. Like, Lewis got knocked down. I'm going up, seeing if I can, like, or Bill got knocked down, and, like, Lewis is still, like, barely hanging on at this point. And like, there's a tank there, and went to go see if like I could get Bill up in time, right? But I couldn't, and I saw another tank coming. I was like, I have to go. It's time to leave, right? and then Lewis gets knocked down, and you hear Lewis say, "I'm down," and then like it just and like the scene transitions to like the boat getting away with just Zoe on it, and like those Pokemon mystery dungeons sound, Don't Ever Forget, right? You know that sound? I played that when like they died, and like that was even more emotional for it. And then like when you switch to like taps, it's like turns from like emotional to like, what the frick is this? This is hilarious. But like also, thanks soldier, this is the necessary sacrifice to keep me alive. But like, so I did like basically I did like a run back for it, right? It's because like I uploaded a second part, another one of the same like finale, and I said it's the run back, and like everyone basically survived, and the boat came like, and it was like the boat's here, let's go. And then I started playing like as soon as Zoe finished saying that, right? I played like the instrumental version of Persona 5's Life Will Change, right? I played the instrumental version of that. And because, like, you know, hyping them up, right? Before, hopefully, nothing goes wrong, right? Nothing went wrong this time, by the way. Bill almost died, I'll admit. But, like, because, like, we turned onto the dock, right? Bill almost didn't turn onto the dock, but he turned onto the dock, right? And made sure, like, to kill zombies, like, so they wouldn't be slowed down. And, like, a tank was literally chasing Bill through the dock, and I had like the M60 at this point because I picked it up from the shack, right? But it only has 150 bullets, so I was just lighting that tank up as Bill was running onto the boat, and he was running backwards, shooting at the tank as well, like the mad lad he is. The Bill AI is just such a mad lad, and like I have the smart AI on, so like they'll do things they'll actually do smart things, and like but they all lived, right? And I didn't get copyrighted for it, right? The instrumental version of Life Will Change. Like, I used that, right? And then, like...
I don't think you can get copyrighted for any version of Life Will Change.
And, like, going on, like, I played, like, the normal version, like, for a bit, like, on the little speedrun race we had, like, when I was in, like, that one segment, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then I switched to Daredevil for the rest of it. But... I didn't get copyrighted for that, right? I didn't get copyrighted for the song version or like the instrumental version.
You won't.
Left for that one. But like going on to like Mario Strikers content that I did, I used that same song and like other things, and I got copyrighted for it. I used the instrumental version. I got copyrighted for it. I got like a little copyright claim. I mean, the video's not taken down, and it's fine. I don't expect it. Like,
it's just anything. You don't get monetized.
But like I also funny thing about like copyrighted things that's happened before. Cause like I know you've had a funny one, cause like I was there for it on like one of your streams on YouTube. That was hilarious, by the way. We'll go into that in a second. But I on the sacrifice one, right? I didn't have like the smart AI bot or add-on on yet. So like for that, basically like the smart AI. If you're doing like the sacrifice and you're playing like Zoe, for instance, and you have like the smart bots add-on equipped, right? You can basically like the AI, the Bill AI during the sacrifice, who canonically dies, will sacrifice himself. The AI will do it, which is actually a pretty cool like little mechanic that that add-on adds to it. But like I didn't have that equipped yet, so I had to play Bill for the sacrifice, which, you know, I prefer playing Zoe, but you know, it's fine. And like I got copyrighted for this for like solely for the music, not the scene itself, but for the music, because like I literally put in the scene like, because like in like the Left 4 Dead canon, Bill is kind of like a mentor towards Zoe and a father figure, right? So I literally put in like that scene where Shifu and Oogway are talking, right? And it's like, but how? I need your help, master. And I put like text saying Zoe over like Shifu, and then Bill over Oogway, because like my time has come. And like I got copyrighted for the music on there. But
oh my god,
I feel like it was worth it though, because that was hilarious. Like I knew I was definitely getting copyrighted for that, but like it was worth the sacrifice. So like what's like what's like the funniest thing you've gotten copyrighted for, Tyler?
There's two I could think of, but like they're not the greatest funniest thing I've ever done. The first one was the first time I ever got copyright striked, and that was when I was streaming on YouTube.
Oh, you got a copyright strike?
I don't think it was a strike. I think it was just a claim.
Yeah.
But I was using it was Beneath the Mask for Persona 5.
I remember that. I remember you were telling me about that.
Yeah. And for some reason, some random company that doesn't own the music, I know that for sure, copyright claimed it. And it's not like I could fight it, because it technically is not my music, right? So I can't fight it. But they didn't really have the rights to claim it, since it's not their music.
So basically like a false copyright claim, which happens a lot on YouTube.
Yeah.
Especially towards like...
Oh, yeah.
And like, it's ridiculous, because like people's channels have been taken down because of these false copyrights. And it's like ridiculous. And I think like the funniest one like you've had like copyright wise is when you started playing Billie Jean on stream while we were playing like Among Us. And then we literally just started singing it and you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna play Billie Jean, I don't care about copyright. And then you like look over and then you like get a notification, it's like, oh, my stream's been copyright claimed. Oh well, plays more Billie Jean.
Oh well. Billie Jean.
And like when I feel like we were like way before the curve of like Among Us though. Like when it got popular, and it was like, and then when it got popular, we were like, let's stream it again. And then we got like some viewers who actually joined, and like every single viewer that's there that joined that stream has left by now. Like
actually, I think those viewers actually came before Among Us, and then once Among Us became popular, we just were like,
and then they joined our Discord and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they joined our Discord and they joined Call and they, you know, had a good time.
They were chill
with us on, you know, but I really don't see those boyos anymore.
Yeah, they all left the servers.
Gone.
They all left both servers, like my server and yours. Yeah. But like, I did a video, like the first podcast I had with one of the viewers. You remember Sunny Sean?
Yes.
Yeah. So like, he was very cool, right? Like, and like, I still feel bad about it, but like me and Dawson and like you, we all like thought Sunny Sean at first was like a girl, right? Like we definitely apologize, but like Sunny Sean was like very understanding of it. Like right now, I've like they go by on like YouTube. It's like Lester and VODs now. They have a Twitch as well for it, but he has a Twitch for it as well, and but yeah, and pretty cool guy.
Pretty cool.
We did a podcast, and he was in one of the podcasts. It was like so much fun, and
the Dcast, I remember that.
Yeah, and like looking back now, like we didn't have like an actual thumbnail for it, and like literally for like the thumbnail it shows on the YouTube video, it's like a black screen with like the Made with Filmora, because that's what I used to use, and now I use like the free version of VideoPad, which doesn't have like a watermark or anything. I used to use like something off the Microsoft Store, Filmforth. Like pretty recently, and like they changed it to where you actually now have to pay to remove the watermark instead of like subscribing to something like a YouTube channel. So it's like Filmforth's YouTube channel to get rid of the watermark. Now they're making you pay for it, so it's no longer like a free software with no watermark. And so like, and like the thing about VideoPad is like you get the free trial of it first with like all the features. And then after you like export a video that you've like edited down, right? It won't like let you export any more videos, and eventually it's like your free trial ran out, and then like you have to pay for it. So like I went to uninstall it, right? And then it's basically it shows like, hey, do you want to do like any of these options instead? Like buy VideoPad, like buy like a subscription for it, right? And then one of the options really intrigued me because it was the free version, which has like I don't use like many features on it anyways, but like the features I do use are still free, and I'm like, this is actually really good software to use for editing videos. And like it's no watermark, so like the videos you see now that I upload don't have like a watermark on it. And so yeah, it's like pretty fun. And like yeah. But like going
the only reason I go, sorry, no, I interrupted. Yeah. The only reason why this is gonna be a joke, by the way. The only reason I recommend going to college is because you get a free Adobe stuff. So I have access to Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
So I don't use it.
Yeah.
But I have it.
Yes.
Go to college, kids. Get Adobe products for free.
For free.
Oh my gosh.
And like but like, I don't want to work at Walmart my entire life, right? I remember like my church had like this graduation service, right? Where like they honored like the graduates who like either graduated college or high school, right? And like anybody who's graduating basically moved up to the front, like the front pew of the church, right? And my pastor's like really chill. He shops at the Walmart that I work at, and like I see him sometimes. We'll just talk for a few seconds. Like, it's pretty cool though. He's really nice. And he's also like, my parents are renewing their vows on Saturday, they went for rehearsal earlier this morning. So, but it was ignoring that like he and like the church like they gave us like a $100 Visa card, right? That you would like buy at a store, like the $100 Visa card, and they gave us all like the graduates and stuff, and then like I used like $89 from that to buy like the 4TB hard drive I got, just specifically for like getting Arc when it was free. And so, yeah.
So was it so free, huh?
Well, Arc was free. The hard drive.
Arc was free.
Yeah, Arc was free.
No, I'm just making the joke.
Oh yeah, the hard drive. No, and like, but it was like a gift from the church, so it really was my money that I earned to spend. Like it was like given to me, but like I was very appreciative of it, right? And then like during that church service, like they go like through the row of the people up front. Like there were some of the graduates who were like too shy to actually go up there to the front row, right? But like, and they like definitely gave the whole service like giving advice to like the graduates, but like they went in through the row or like and all the graduates and like, what do you want to do? Like what's your plan moving forward in life? And like everyone was like being all serious. It's like they were like most of them were like going off to college, right? And I know like one maybe it said the military. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember, but most of them were like saying college, right? They get to me, right? And I'm just saying, well, hopefully not Walmart, haha. Because like I have like no plans like actually going to college.
Yeah.
And so I said hopefully not Walmart, and like doing this like content creating is like really fun, and I really enjoy doing it. But it's like really difficult to like gain like a following, and especially like when you really don't care about like, gaining a following to begin with. Like I like it's good to like get a following, like like to like growing popularity and like so you can actually do content creating for a living. But like what I really want to do other than like getting followers is actually just connecting with the people instead of like saying like, hey, you should follow me and stuff. Like because like if you catch my streams, I say like if you want to follow, go ahead. I've said that on some streams. I said don't forget to like and subscribe and then get the Epic Gamer Victory Royale on like the first podcast that I did, which is cringe by the way. And but like I used to say like don't forget to like and subscribe, and like now I don't, because like if you want to subscribe or like follow, go ahead and do that. I don't really like care that much. Like my whole like goal is like if someone like, because like I know on like Twitch I did like some friendlies with somebody, because like they when I was on my last Smash stream, like they joined and like we just played some friendlies in a battle arena, and like that was really fun. So yeah, and stuff like that. It's like basically what I really want to do. Like, but content creating is like up there. But like right now, I like work at Walmart, so like I can like have money to like do these things, like buy games, so I can actually have some like for content creation. So yeah, and also like to pay off the puppy that I just got. So
Yeah.
There you go.
but yeah, so
I don't know. I mean, getting a following is definitely something like fun, but I don't want to fight it,
Yeah.
Because if you start actually like trying to get like actually focusing on getting a following, you start to come off as
kind of
disingenuous, I guess.
self-centered kind of.
Yeah, self-centered, kind of like not like appreciative of the platform you've already gotten so far.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like it looks like you're like clout chasing, you're like fighting for like you're like putting things on TikTok, you're like telling literally everyone like every 5 minutes to like and subscribe. You're like promoting all your junk, notifying all your Discords, your
So
Twitters.
real quick,
like
I do like notify Discord, like on like the self.
Oh well, I do that too. Yeah.
On like self-promotion channels and like other Discord servers I'm in, that'll actually let you do it. I'll like plug it. I don't really like care. I said if you want to come by and watch, like come by. Like you've seen like what I put in your self-promotions thing.
Yeah,
like,
I need to make sure and get that channel thing notified.
Because like I said, like if you want to like come by, you can. And like
yeah.
But stuff like that, and then this
But like that's fine, because that's just like helping. That's like it's still like helping your community, right? Because like it's kind of like a mutual thing. Like you can just I know people who like put their self-promotes in my channel and or put self-promotes in other people's channels, and that's fine because you're building a community together, right? Like I feel like I have this like community now that we're like trying to help build each other up,
Yeah, and then like 20 of the subscribers I got on YouTube, Caiden, I didn't do this unironically. I just thought it'd be funny because like Caiden, remember when me, you, and Owen streamed a lot of Splitgate, and I was like, I thought it'd be funny because like, when I was streaming, I thought it'd be funny to be like, guys, check out Ochako Gaming on YouTube.
Dude, you plugged that like every
I thought
chat
no, because
after
I did that because I thought it would be hilarious, right? And like I actually got 20 subscribers from that, But like the difference is like I didn't actually care for it. I just thought it'd be funny. And then people actually genuinely like enjoyed it. Like, and the people like, and I've gotten to the point where I've gotten to the most popularity that I've had online, and like that's kind of like affected me in the kind of a negative way with like one of the viewers I used to have. They unsubscribed, right? Two viewers. I actually have a story about 2 viewers, like, and like if you want to share like viewer stories if you've had, like, you can go ahead and do that, like, but like real quick, I had this one, like, when I stopped like doing Splitgate as much, I still play Splitgate, but like I don't do it nearly as much as I did. And like that shows because I'm kind of like at a standstill now, but like that's fine. Like, you know, I'm doing pretty good, right? And like and I remember I've started moving on to like those like edits and stuff, like the GMVs or AMVs that I did, right? And like the Left 4 Dead one, or like the Fire Emblem, or like the Nostalgia one that I did, like those were like, and I showed them to other people, like, just to say, like, hey, is this any good? Should I, like, try anything? Like, what would you rate on a scale of 1 to 10? And, like, generally, like, it's 8 out of 10 or above. Like, because people, like, really say I'm, like, actually good at that stuff. But, like, the problem is, I made too much, and now, like, I'm running out of, like, ideas. And so I, like, stopped. So, like, now when I actually have an idea, I can, like, go back and, like, redo that idea. And like, but like I don't want to use like hard like motivation, like I don't want to use like certain songs that are like rock songs, like I use like Skill a lot, like, and like where it's just like a lot of fighting. I don't want to do like that all the time. I want to do something like where it's like maybe like some like kind of like emotional impact. But the problem is I don't listen to like many songs that are like actually have like much of an emotional impact. But like I remember like I was reading some of the comments because I noticed like I got comments, and like this person that used to view my channel, they said in the chat, like, in the comments, like, lol, great one, and then they replied to their own comment and said, remember Splitgate. Like, I know, I've told Tyler, I've talked to you about this one, because, like, it's at the end of the day, with, like, content creation, I'm gonna do, like, the content I want to create. Like, but the problem is people need to realize that, and that's what content creators should actually do. Instead, like, I know some content creators will actually, like, go out of their way and, like, say like, all right, I'll do this because you guys want to do this. I'm like, and that's like, that takes away from like the actual joy of being a content creator. Because I'm pretty sure like Markiplier did like a whole like little video about talking about like kind of this stuff, where like he's gonna make the content he wants to make because like that's what makes him happy, right? Yeah. And like the content creators that are actually like open and willing to like share their emotions like on camera, like without doing it for clout, that's good. Like Markiplier will like actually go on there and like talk about his feelings and stuff, like his genuine human emotions, rather than like doing it for like likes and stuff. And like like doing that kind of stuff like also like kind of shows like how good of a person you are. And like I'd say and, like, but like now it's like it's so confusing because I had another viewer, like when I did like my one Breath of the Wild stream that I did, like where I ended it pretty quickly because I was like kind of feeling a little sick. My stomach was feeling a little sick, right? So I had to end the stream like really early. Or actually no, I just wasn't feeling it that day of streaming. So, but like I, you know, this has been a running joke now, like on my channel, like I'm extremely talented at gaming, because like some of my stream titles like talented gamer, messes with fate or something like that, because like I've been playing the Quarry a lot, and like those like decisions actually matter, whether like who lives or dies in the night. So but like going on with like that, I made like a lot of I'm so talented at gaming jokes in that Breath of the Wild stream that I did, and like someone, it was a public subscriber, so it would actually say like, shows like who subscribed, right? And it said, you're pretty good at gaming, I'll admit, but my gaming videos is kind of okay. Like, someone like actually posted that in the comments, right? Trying to get me to like go look at it. And like, so I went over there just to see like, I wasn't gonna like respond to it, right? And then like that's under like that, you can like actually go to my YouTube and like check out the Breath of the Wild stream that I did, and, like look in the comments, because you'll see it. And but I thought the best thing to do was probably just to ignore it, right? Because like you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's not like what you're supposed to do. Like, you don't like someone that subscribes, you don't have to try to get them to subscribe back just because you subscribed. And like, so I went over there just because I was like kind of curious, right? I just wanted to see like, I wonder what he's talking about. And literally, what I saw was like mobile games where he played a mobile Godzilla game on his phone, on this person's phone, right? Or like mobile Call of Duty, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna completely ignore this. And like, and then he like a week or so later, he like this person like responds saying to his own comment saying like, have you seen my gaming videos? I'm worried you didn't like them. And like, I'm not gonna like go get subscribers by subscribing back to them. It's like, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is like content, because making content is like probably like, one of the funnest things I can do, right? And like, my stream schedule is like so out of whack. I used to stream like almost every day, right? But now with like work and stuff and stuff like that and the new puppy, it's kind of like been difficult. And like, I remember I was gonna make a video on like why I was out for like an entire month. Like, I kid you not, 1 whole month. Because like, that was from like late February to late March. Because you remember I got my concussion then from work. I did get that from work, by the way. I have a workers' comp story, by the way, if you want to hear that real quick. Because they're still working on my settlement. Because like, I got injured on the job. They confirmed it. They showed the security tapes. They know what happened. I hit my head. Got a concussion from it. And the workers' comp, right? They said like I was only out from like February 26th through the March 14th. But like, we had to email them, right? Because we have the paperwork to prove I was out from February 26th to March 26th. Because March 26th is when I returned to work. And like, so we have the proof for it. And then they said they issued a payment for when I was out. But the other thing is, they didn't. So we're trying to deal with that. But like, they're not doing anything about it. Like, we've emailed, they're not doing anything about it, so. And it's really stupid, but yeah. And like, I was out for like an entire month, like not being able to like do the things I enjoy, right? Because like, I enjoy playing games, making content out of it, right? And like, not being able to do that, like I had to limit my screen time to like 2 hours a day, and like that included at school, and like pretty much the entire screen time I used for a specific day was like during like our history class game when we were watching like that one history movie during the Civil War. What was it called again?
Dude, I'm telling you.
That movie was good, though. I like that movie. But, like...
yeah, it was pretty good. It's just, you remember what happened to my eyes when I looked at it for too long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
And, like... And I had to go check up with the school nurse. Like, she had me, like, come down and, like, check up with her. Like, how I was feeling, just to check my symptoms. Because, like, having a concussion is definitely not fun. Because like, you can't like do all the things, like, and some days like the screen time I would use when I didn't use any at school, like on the weekends, was when was when I bought, because I had bought Fire Emblem Awakening before I got my concussion. I was like really wanting to play it, right? Because like and like, because I played like Chrom and Lucina already in Smash, and I was like, because I wanted to play the games they were in, right? Instead of like saying like, hey, I'm just gonna play these characters because they're in Smash, right? I wanted to see like the game they're from, play it, because I've heard because I've also heard Fire Emblem Awakening is like one of the best Fire Emblem games out there. It's what actually is Fire Emblem Awakening is actually the reason they're still making Fire Emblem games, because of how good it was and how it blew up. And and like Chrom, Lucina, and Robin, they're all really well written characters, because like, and like. The problem with being a Fire Emblem fan is people are gonna hate on you, because like when they get the lore wrong, like some people will say like, Fire Emblem fans, classic Fire Emblem fans, like, because like it kind of sucks for me like to see people say like Chrom and like Lucina and then like they have no personality, because like when very clearly they haven't played the Fire Emblem Awakening. But like, I keep my mouth shut because I'm not getting flamed online for like liking Fire Emblem. Like, it's so stupid. But like, yeah. And so some of the screen time I had was going to me playing Fire Emblem Awakening, which was a really good game. I recommend definitely playing it. It's so good. And like, which is why now when I play Robin in Smash, I go for male Robin, because I feel like that's more like of a canon. Also because I married Lucina in my first playthrough, so I'll admit, yeah, I definitely married Lucina in my first playthrough, so. Because like that was like another reason I bought Fire Emblem Awakening, was because I'm a Lucina fan myself. But yeah, so pretty much like having a concussion sucks, and like one of the times like during my concussion, it was like I think it was like March 15th. I still had the effects of my concussion, right? Or like sometime when I had my concussion, I donated blood, right? For the second time, by the way. This was the second time I donated blood. I nearly blacked out quite a few times that day. So, no, like, I'm genuinely serious. Like, I nearly blacked out, like, on that table when I was donating blood, right? And they had to, like, oh, like, let's get you some, like, apple juice or something. And, like, that helped a little bit. But, like, my dad said, you shouldn't be donating blood with a concussion anyways. That affects the blood. Like, no, it does not. And I hit my head, and it doesn't mess with my blood. And, so, like, with, like, the donating blood part, like, I mean, felt good donating blood. Like, not, like, you could feel the blood leaving you. That's not what felt good. It felt kind of weird, right? But it feels good, like, donating blood and helping out other people, right? That's what feels good. And, so I almost blacked out then, right? And then they had me, like, eat as well, like, before I left, because, like, I missed out on lunch in that class. So, like, anyways, so they just let me eat anyways, right? In there, because, like, they have food for the people who donate blood, and, like, the people who are helping out with, like, the donating blood process. They have food for them, and that pretty good food, by the way. They had pizza and stuff, and they had snacks and donuts and stuff, so I was eating that. But, like, when I was at home later, I left school early that day, by the way, and because like how like nauseous I was feeling like after donating blood, and, like mixed with the symptoms of like a concussion, that really didn't help out very well. And so I ended up going like to Barnes and Noble, right, getting like like just to buy something, because like just to buy like a manga, because I like reading those as well. And then like and I also had to go by GameStop and pay off a game before like it came out, because I like pre-ordered it, right? So I have to pay it off before it comes out. And so, and then my mom and sister were making jokes saying like, oh, were you just faking it so you get out of school early? Like, no, I was like genuinely like, I'm not feeling the greatest after this, because like donating blood, like the first time I did it, I was fine, right? I was feeling a little like the first time I did it, but like mixed with the concussion, it definitely gets a lot worse. Because like I remember I was laying down, like when I got home, I laid down for like the rest of the day. And then like and when I stood up, I like the basement door in my house was open, right? And I nearly blacked out right when I was walking, because it was dinner time, right? And I nearly blacked out when I was walking in there, right? And where I was like right in front of the basement steps, and I had to catch myself. Like I didn't come close to like falling. I had to catch myself on the walls before I ended up falling down the stairs. So that wasn't too fun, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh jeez, my trypanophobia is kicking in when you talk about donating blood.
It's like needles, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Oh, I hate needles. Let me tell you. Actually, needles.
Don't go on a rant about needles. Don't go on a rant about needles.
Not.
We just.
I'm not. But like, yeah.
Needles are fine, but you know.
So have either of you guys had a concussion before?
No, I mean I came pretty close because I was a stupid kid, but you know I was
fine. So basically, what you guys are saying is I am superior to you guys. I also drip too hard with this Hello Kitty shirt, so. Which is also
like the closest I've ever. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like the drip too hard thing is also like now a running joke on my channel and on your Twitch, because of the Mario Odyssey race. Because I literally like bought a tux for like Mario, and I was like, and then I just kept going saying, oh well, I drip too hard, and then he got to the wedding outfit, which was forced, and I was like, oh, he's dripping even harder now. Let's go. So literally, basically my catchphrase is now like either I am so talented at gaming or I drip too hard.
I think the closest I've ever came to a concussion is, do you all remember those Razor, I don't know if you've had them, but they're like basically like tricycles, but you can like drift on them.
I think I might have seen
you can like kind of like, so basically what it is that it's a tricycle, but like the back two wheels are on rollerblade wheels that rotate. So basically, you could be like driving sideways while going straight, you know?
Yeah.
So like you could be going sideways while going, you know, this direction, right?
Yeah.
But at my old house, we had this big, very big, long road, right? And so us being the idiot kids that we are, we would get on the tricycles, right, on these death traps of like these things that aren't supposed to go too fast, and we'd go backwards down the hill with them.
Yeah.
And what the plan was is that, you know, what we'd end up doing is that we would, you know, like zigzag down the hill, and it was pretty dang fun. But you have to be in control the entire time. Otherwise, what happened to me is that you would go off the hill, or like, you know, the road, and this road was on a hill, so you'd like you know, and I got to the part where it was too steep, so it ended up flipping me and throwing my head back into the ground, which I think I was pretty close to the sewer drain, which I could have hit my head on that. Luckily, I just landed my head in the grass, you know? I think that's the closest thing I've ever got.
Yeah.
But that's fun.
Yeah, like injuries aren't like the greatest. I mean, to be fair, when I had my concussion, it was like probably what sucked is like, you know, couldn't be on like electronics very often, and then, but I didn't have to go to work for a month, and I didn't have to do tests at school either. And like the difference between like I'll censor this out, but Miss verbal debates that she did, those were incredibly easy, and I didn't really have to like use my thought process that much. And like half the time I just BS my way through some of the questions. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that poetry, that poetry one where like she was like saying that she was disappointed with most of the class, but like me and you, we were like genuinely honest with our answers, and we were like mostly ready, right? Because like everybody else like said like 1 or like 0, 1 or 2 as their answer, and like me and you, we were like pretty confident in ourselves, right? And how ready we were. And so like, and after that she said like we have to turn in notes. Like she made everybody else turn in notes except for me and you, Caiden, because we were like genuinely honest with our answers and how ready we were. But that unit was like pretty difficult, and like I'm pretty sure I got a 100 on that verbal debate. 98 I think, 100 or 98. But I BS'd my way through that. Like, apparently the meaning of that one poem, she had me like say like the meaning of like what is his emotion towards it, like what is he like happy or something, like, and I said he was self-centered in that, but she said it was an interesting answer, so I was like, oh, let's go, bonus point. Not actual bonus points, but like, but yeah, so I was exempt from like tests and stuff, so it was fun.
Dude, that teacher had like the most difficult questions for us to answer, and that, like, I remember one time she made everyone in the class answer the question of what do girls like most?
Oh my
male
gosh,
and female.
No, she had she had my English 12 class do that same thing.
Yes.
And
exactly, and I was terrified of that question. I was absolutely mortified of that question. So, you know what I did? Is that she gave us that time limit, right? Of like, what was it, 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I went on a rant for 5 minutes about talking about how I'm super embarrassed to say this and how I shouldn't be saying this, and like, so like 5 minutes, like about 44 minutes and 30 seconds of like wasting everyone's time saying I'm so sorry for my opinions. Please forgive me. This is not something I should say. And then I just say, girls want to exist, and then end it. Like, done.
There was only
and everyone loved it.
There was one girl in my English 12 class, right? And I'm pretty sure I might have offended her a few times, but I don't care, right? Like what it says, like what do girls want, and like the opposite was like what do guys want. We had to answer both questions, right? And so I take the realism approach, right? And I say like, hey, some girls like want like the basic girl stuff and like makeup and stuff like that. Others will like want like what basic guys would want is like or like sports stuff, or like maybe video games, or like anything nerdy. Like it can be potentially anything is what they want. And then like I also went on like the other realism side and was like, hey, maybe some girls just want sex, and like same thing for guys. So like, and I said pretty much it's pretty basic, and the teacher like actually liked that answer because I was realistic to both sides of the equation. And like, yeah, and so I don't know, moving on to like, this is kind of like gonna take like a weird approach, but like, so you know that the internet rule of rule 34, right?
Bro.
Where it says like if it exists, there's a insert word. I'm gonna put a bleep sound there of that character, right? that
Yeah.
exists. There's a that character, and it's like, bruh. And like I've seen people say, like, I saw like a meme and it says like I exist, but there's nothing of me. Checkmate, and then it said check now. It's like, no, take it down. I saw that meme, like, and like, because I remember like you showed me something, Tyler, and like you like genuinely uncomfortable with it, and like, because like someone, I'm pretty sure, are you fine with me saying this?
Yeah.
Like you showed me like one of the viewers, like someone who's like in your Discord, right? And
I think so, yeah.
yeah, and like I feel like we're like it's kind of uncomfortable with like most of the stuff they say.
For the context, somebody drew in of my character on my streams.
Yeah, and like that was like on my little senior skip day when we were at the mall and we went back to your house, right? And like you showed me, and like I was like, that's, cause like you were definitely uncomfortable with it, right? And like to like kind of like lighten the mood, I made a joke saying, well, like, I'm Ochako Gaming, I have more than you, I win.
Oh my god.
Aha.
It's just
I have more than you.
Yes.
Aha.
So yeah, like I try to make light of the situation. Like if like anything like weird like that happens again, Tyler, like you said, you'd let me know. Like and like you don't want to like really take action because like you kind of feel bad for taking action because like they're just trying to, because like you said, like they're trying to just like
they were
have
memeing
fun.
pretty much.
Yeah. And then like but like they've said some uncomfortable things like with like the little
with one of the main, or one of my
here, I can
important viewers, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it because like I'm trying to like get like the exact like thing, the exact like quote, right? It was I am the priest. I children, and I'm gonna censor that out obviously, but like that was like really uncomfortable, and I was the same one who drew like that art of you, and like. But that was like really uncomfortable for like a lot of people. I'm sure like quite a few people found that uncomfortable, but didn't say anything. Like,
yeah. And
like I asked what you wanted me to do, and you said like delete the messages because like it's definitely uncomfortable for some people. Like,
oh yeah.
Especially at the children part, because like even like like that's like a line that shouldn't even be crossed, even with like a joke. I'd say. Like don't get me wrong, I can like laugh at like a lot of offensive jokes, but like there's a line that shouldn't be crossed, and like, cause like I can laugh at like certain like, cause like as long as people know it's like mainly a joke, like some like dark jokes, like some like racist jokes, like people, as long as most people are fine with it, like especially like people like that race that are being made, like that joke, like Family Guy, like you can laugh at all the racist jokes in that because. Let's be honest, Family Guy jokes are hilarious. Because it's like, what school did you go to? Like, because it was like, the guy was like with an Asian family with his girlfriend. It was like, what school you go to? And he said, that sounds fake, that sounds made up. How much you make a year? I was like, 100K a year. I was like, welcome to family. And like, that's funny, right? That's hilarious. And like, Family Guy's like, I like rabbits. You can pull the ears back and make them look like Asian people. And like, that line, that little clip's kind of funny, right? And like, and you know, like sexist jokes can also be funny, but like I haven't made a sexist joke in like months, by the way. It changes the person. And so yeah.
It does.
And like, but like you can laugh at those jokes, but like there's definitely a line like you should not cross.
Yeah.
And like, especially like jokes about like and stuff. Like that's something like even the jokes too far. And and so like basically like you don't really want to do anything because like you'd feel bad basically, and then like if anything like that happens again, like you told me like basically like to take action because like you don't really want to do anything because you don't want to like look bad because like basically they're just sometimes maybe they're just like trying to have like a fun time, right? And like you don't want to like take away from the fun, and so like basically I can be like kind of like an enforcer for it because like you know like, but whatever like like whatever you want to do, I will do, cause like as a mod for like your stuff. So like, cause like you know like I'm not just gonna immediately like do anything like, cause like we did have a situation with that person as well on like the counting thing, cause like it looks like horrible and like I had to de-escalate the situation, right?
Oh yeah.
and like that person deleted their messages to like before like anything could happen.
Before I could even see
before I
them,
could see
yeah.
it, like, but like I'm basically like I'm here to like de-escalate the situation, and I'm basically like here the enforcer, and like I'll check it up with Tyler. Like I'm not gonna immediately like take action about something unless it's like kind of like a debate or something, a bad debate that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'll like, but like if it's something like potentially like that line that shouldn't be crossed, right? That I sent you, and like or like I'm gonna check up with you because like I want to know what you would do in that situation because
Yeah.
like because it's like it's your decision in the end, and like yeah, so and like
Yeah.
same goes.
And I thank you for that.
Yeah, and like because like that and like I definitely saw like your chat because I went back like when I had asked about it. I also was like looking at chat and seeing like what happened as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can understand like kind of like both points. Like people have their preferences and that's a thing, right?
Oh yeah.
But, like games, but like it's definitely kind of weird like not liking games with like human characters, but like people are gonna people are gonna have their preferences and stuff, and like some people like you know they're gonna love Yakuza and stuff like that. And, like,
Yeah.
And at least both sides like apologized because like
both sides were very apologetic of it, but you know, the person who said they didn't human or like playing games with humans in them, they said sorry, I was being a little too strong on it, I kept mentioning it, you know, that's my bad. And then the person who attacked, you know, was very frustrated about it, apologized as well, and apologized to that person, and I bet the other person apologized too. But
so
it was a very
it's like it was kind of like a moment like if I had been there like on stream and not at work. Actually no, I was there, but like I had work the next day really early in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So like I had to like get off the stream, and like but had I been there, I would have tried my best to like de-escalate the situation because like it just went on until like the stream was pretty much over.
Yeah, I had to end stream before it got like any worse.
Yeah, like before it got like way too heated and stuff like.
Yeah. And I should have done something. Looking back at it, I should have, because they couldn't like time out each other. They're both mods, so they couldn't have timed each other out. But I could have, you know, me being the streamer, I could have timed.
Yeah, and like I wouldn't have, and like since I'm a mod as well on your streams, I wouldn't have been able to like time anybody out as well.
No. You could have just said, hey, you should probably, or like you could have like calmed them down a little bit, or say like, hey, you should probably time them out for a second.
So like it was
and that would have probably worked.
Like, when I work on Saturdays, I'm supposed to get up at 7. I go in. I have to be at work by 7. I get up at 6, so that gives me like 30 minutes to get ready, and then I'm out the house, right? Because it takes that long for me to get ready. Like, it should be for like everybody else, but you know, what do I know? I'm just a guy who like says it doesn't take like an hour to get ready. My sister. But yeah, so. And, like some points, I get like certain amount of sleep, like 6 hours. Like from 12 to 6 is when I sleep. Like from Friday to Saturday when I open in the morning. So, because like that's enough for me to like go through my day, right, and make it to when I go to sleep again. And I got off the stream at about like, what time did I get off the stream? Because like I think I got off at about 12. Yeah, because like you were going through like the finale.
Yeah. We were running very long because I was trying to finish the game in that stream because there wouldn't be enough content for the next stream to finish it off.
Oh yeah, I was definitely like really, I know that feeling because when I did my Alien Isolation streams like on YouTube, right, before I like moved to streaming on Twitch, I might stream on YouTube every now and again because like I know like Mr. J, the one viewer I mentioned, Mr. J is like there like on quite a few like YouTube streams, and I might need to like inform Mr. J like what's going on, like so he can like, you know, so if he doesn't want to like miss a stream in the future, like my Twitch is there, but so and like, but when I was streaming Alien Isolation, doing my playthrough of that, like I have so many playthroughs going on right now on my YouTube, like that I need to like focus on one, finish it, and then go on to the next. Cause I have like a Detroit Become Human playthrough going on right now. I have a Breath of the Wild playthrough, like, cause like I remember like I haven't streamed Alien Isolation in a while, so let's go ahead and do that, right? And so I did, and like when I got to like the final stream of it, like I was like, I'm super close, I know it, and like I died so many times that stream, but I was like so dedicated, I was super close, and that ended up being like a 5-hour stream of me just like non-stop alien isolation, like getting through, beating the game.
Yeah.
And then like I had like a mental breakdown on like one of the streams I streamed, like Fatal Bullet, like Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, like in the stream, like I don't think you two are gonna play this game, but like I didn't get the true ending, the good ending, which is why I have this whole YouTube series like going through trying to get the true ending. And whenever I play it, I'll like play through and try to get the good ending. Like basically, you have to like raise like the max like relationship status with like every character, like become like great friends with them basically, and like you have to talk to them. And like on my first playthrough, I completely ignored that, right? And the childhood friend in the game like lashes out and stuff, and it's like blah 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 blah, I hate you now, and then the person who's like been really helpful, right? Both can die in this scenario, right? Based on who you choose to protect, right? Apparently, when I researched up after the stream had ended, and like the childhood friend was like real hateful and stuff, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go here for you. I'm gonna go to the one that's nicer to me, right? And so I did. And that was my mistake. Because then the childhood friend died, and I was like, oh my god, she's dead. Like, there was this whole cussing, and it was like, my whole reaction was like, oh my god. And like, I have to do this final boss and avenge him, right? And then like, there was a side cussing, and like, when the credits like rolled, I was like, okay, I'm going to the room, I'm gonna go to the living room, I'm gonna grab a drink, I'm gonna be back. And they're complaining about it's like Levi, who's also been on one of my videos and stuff, so I can say Levi's name, you know. Sister's fiance, by the way, they get married in May. And
heck yeah.
Like, you're one of the groomsmen too, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, because I am too. But let's go!
Hey, yo!
It's like I went complaining to Levi about it, and then like I came back like 2 minutes later, and I was like, I forgot to mute my mic, right? So I was just complaining about it as I was like coming back, and like you could hear me open my door, like complaining, like mumbling to myself, like complaining about the game, like it's a stupid game. Childhood friend dies. Can't. I was like, I was complaining about it. I was like, and then I remember like, oh well, I forgot to end it, so that's gonna be. I let the credits roll, and then I ended the stream, and then poof. But
There you go.
a very traumatic experience. Like, have you ever had one of those stream moments before, Tyler?
Where I forget the end stream, or
No, like when you like rage at a game like that much, where you just like walk out like when the credits roll, and then you just like walk out, and then you just like start ranting about it, forgetting like your mic was still on.
I don't think I've had a moment where I've like walked out of the room and like was totally pissed off of it. I think I've walked out of the room with mic on before, but like I don't think I've had it so where I've run out of the room. But I have had an experience where I was playing FTL, Faster Than Light, and it's basically just like a spaceship like survival simulator type thing where you just kind of have to like upgrade your ship, battle some ships, you know, get to the end. The problem is that this was my first time, right? And I have a rule on my chat saying no backseating. But everyone was like yelling at me and complaining at me that I was doing like such a weird job at, you know, maintaining my ship, right? So like within a couple of minutes, the pressure got up, built up to me. Where I was like, okay, sorry, chat, I'm literally just gonna need to, and then I was like, sorry, just give me a split second, and I literally, I just like they didn't see it because I had my model on, but like I literally just like bent down and just had my hands in my face. Or whatever. And I literally just sat there for like about 5-10 minutes, literally just this the whole entire time. And then I come back, I'm like, okay, let's finish this run. I'm just over this game already.
Because I remember like in one of the streams I caught when you were streaming, like you did have like backseating for like some of the streams. I remember like one or two. And like so moving on, like drama club, like Caiden, what clubs were you in during school? Like, I know you were in like weightlifting, but were you like ever in like any other clubs?
I wouldn't really consider weightlifting a club. That was more like a class. But if you consider like Math Mac to be a club,
Yeah,
I guess
it's
that
definitely a
counts.
club,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be a club, yeah.
Like, cause like me,
And-
I know like.
I mean, it's definitely more competition.
Yeah, like
but-
Tyler did drama, I did drama, and like seeing like you and Connor again that day when like you guys came, and then like on that Saturday, I think it was December 4th, if I remember the date correctly. Yeah, it was December 4th, and like you guys came, and like that meant a lot to me. Seeing like my friends come, and then like when I invited them, and like being able to like talk with you and Connor again, because I hadn't seen like you and Connor in person like a really long time, and like so like being able to talk with you and Connor for like a couple hours, and especially with the McAdoos afterwards, that was like really fun, and like.
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah, and then like the thing I said on stage, and like okay, because like I remember like on the second night, one of the main characters forgot his lines, and he just like because like everyone heard this, right? He just said the F word, like right in the middle of the scene because he forgot his line, and that was hilarious. Like I was only supposed because originally like you know how I played 3 characters, right? Originally I was only supposed to portray 2 characters, right? The guy named Sam in like Act 3 and like the professor in Act 1. Those were my only roles, right? And then I was just gonna be like a fill-in for like in the wedding, right? I was just gonna be like a fill-in, but like, and then I got a 3rd role because like. Xander, you know, I can say his name as well because he's been on my streams as well, and like he's like sent like chats and stuff. He's on my Discord. He's like a stream mod as well, and like but like he was a little too like nervous and like he like didn't have like he was like way too scared and stuff like to do it, and he dropped his rolls and stuff, so which I can definitely understand because like that's like kind of stage fright and stuff, and we'll definitely get to a person like, but this was like when like the rolls finally came out, right? And so like instead he worked on lights and stuff, which he did a great job with the lighting and stuff. Usually they have like a whole a few people doing all the lights, right? He did it all on his own. Which, Xander, applaud to Xander, by the way. Great job. And, like, so I ended up getting the, town milkman role, Howie Newsom, which meant I showed up in all 3 parts, so that meant I had 3 roles then. And I was, like, struggling with, like, 2, because I was, like, freaking out, like, how am I supposed to, like, figure out 2 roles and, like, my cues and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, right? And then, like, by the time, like, the play was arrived, I was, like, so confident and ready, like, so I did really well. People told me I did really well, and like I had nothing to be nervous about, and like I made a lot of jokes toward the end because like me and another person in drama, like we joked about a secret marriage going on between like the characters, right? A secret affair, and like I was like, I'm no longer Howie Newsom, the town milkman. I'm the town milkman, and I said that to you and Connor after on stage, right? And my mom was like, I heard that, and and my mom said, what'd you say? And I said it to my mom, and I was like, and then like Connor said, like, the fact that you said that to your mom with such a straight face is entertaining, or something like that. And like I also said like I also was talking to you and Connor about like complaining about my yearbook class, right? Saying like how they were like the most basic girls alive, and I said I would say something else, but my parents were in the audience, and my mom was like, I heard that, and I was like, oh frick, well, but it's fine, and like but yeah, and like people like in drama, like you know that little warm up they do, like do you want some pie? Like I remember like and I'm gonna censor out this name as well, but like made a joke, and she did like the what's his name? Oh, OJ Simpson was like the something. Would you like some evidence? The glove doesn't fit. I'm innocent. And that was hilarious. And that was our new warm up that year for like the other 2 nights. That was our warm up. Instead of like, do you want some pie? So it was like, do you want some evidence? The glove does not fit. I'm innocent. And that was beautiful. And like, everyone was like so nervous that night, right? And like, don't get me wrong, I was nervous too on the first night for the first showing of it. And like, everybody was incredibly nervous, right? And so I was like going around like saying like, you're gonna do fine. take a deep breath. I was like the supportive person like right there, and like people said, and like people were saying like thanks, you're being really helpful and stuff. Like you're really good at like working down nerves, right? Because I was making sure like everyone was feeling fine, right? The ones that like were visibly like who hadn't like done that stuff like that before, like had like a really large role, like act 1. She was like on stage like all the time, and she had like so many lines to memorize, which is why they broke it up, the stage manager, into 3 parts, one new one for each act. Like, cause you could tell like behind stage, I could tell like she was visibly like shaken up and just like worried and stuff. So like I was like, you're gonna be fine, everything's alright, just relax, and it's gonna be fine. If you mess up, it's fine. Just try your best. And like people were saying like I was like really supportive and I was like really helpful and stuff. Like, and that was like what I was trying to do. I wasn't like doing that just to seem like, hey, like, you know, just trying to force myself to be nice, right? I was actually trying to be as helpful as possible. And like that was like the one time I wasn't afraid to like actually talk to somebody else, like that was like the one time I wasn't actually afraid to like talk to other people, like who I like hardly talk to or stuff, and like or like just like of the opposite gender, like, right? Because I have like trouble talking to girls again, but I still wear the Hello Kitty shirt on video, and like
right.
And that was like the one time, like when I'm being like trying to like calm people's nerves down. That's like the one time I'm actually able to like talk to people. But yeah, I was like calming down nerves, and like everyone said I was like really helpful and stuff. And that was good to hear I was helpful, because like that calmed the nerves down. Like the other nerves, like when I was like the professor, and like now I was like using this voice because I'm hilarious, by the way, and I'm talking about rocks and stuff. That like definitely like lightened the mood and stuff as well, with like the lines and stuff. And like, you know how hard it was not to burst out laughing on stage with that voice? Both me and we were the only 2 on stage, and everyone loved my voice for that. Like, people like auditioned for Professor Willard, but like when it came to like that role, everybody, including the other people who auditioned, loved my voice for that. And like I got that character for that one. That voice was beautiful, and yeah. So, and like it's so hard doing that voice, like unironically doing that voice, talking about like geography and rocks and stuff, and not like bursting out laughing. Both me and had to try our best, because like I know in like rehearsal and stuff, like that whole week I had to get that whole week off from work because we had to rehearse and stuff, right? And so and like during that, almost every time we had to hold in our laughter because of the voice. Everybody did. It was great. But yeah, we did. The play was like really well, and like thank you both for being there. Caiden, how did you enjoy the play? I know you've been like relatively.
I thought it was pretty chill, honestly. It was.
Yeah.
I don't know really how to explain it very much, but it was a lot of mixed emotions, really fast, which can be both good and bad. But like some parts I didn't understand, but others was just like humor.
Yeah, and then like you've been awfully quiet this recording for the podcast. So do you have anything you want to talk about?
Oh well. Man, if I ever went on mute during the chat, that's just because I had to check up on my grandmother, since that's what I have to do.
Yeah, like you've been like awfully quiet with like the conversation topics at hand. Like, do you want to like bring up your own conversation topic?
I'm not too sure. To be honest, I've been playing Minecraft most of this time.
Nice, respect. And yet the only grass you touch is Minecraft grass. Shame.
Man, getting called out like that.
Indeed. Also, like, with like content ideas, so I'm gonna go ahead and like change like a topic. Like, Caiden, you're free to like say whatever here. But like with like the ideas for like content is like I have all these ideas, right? And when I said I got to 100, I wanted to like remake like Resident Evil like in person, but like that's kind of impossible with like my age, my availability. I don't know why. But, like it seems like a genuinely good idea and a fun idea to do, but the problem is it's hard to execute, and especially when like you don't have enough resources and stuff. So like that's why I wanted to like go like narrow it, like lessen down like the problem, and like do like Left 4 Dead, right? Because that's like much easier to do, right? Because like you can do like one campaign at a time, and that's like 5 levels, 4 depending on like the certain campaign. But like that's why I wanted to do that and stuff, right? And like other ideas that I need to do, like the tournament, the Smash tournament that I want to do, which both of you said you'd participate in whenever it happens. Thank you, by the way.
Oh boy. there's a bit of a concern with that.
Also, I'm
honest.
gonna be participating as well. So.
Uh,
I'll be participating as well. There's no prize, but well, I guess the prize is bragging rights. But yeah.
Dude, throw Tora 49 in that ring, and it's game over.
Oh yeah, he's gonna destroy us.
He's goated. He's goated. I'm not even gonna win.
But to be fair,
period.
when I played with him like back in high school, right? In my freshman year, anyways. Because that's what got me like really into Smash. I was in like back when I played on my DS, which the controls on the DS were like really difficult, you know. And like so like getting into like Smash on the Switch, like I had to learn the controls and stuff all over again. And like, but like you guys were all patient with me. You, Levi, I guess I'll call him Tora since like you know.
I don't know if he wants.
Yeah,
his name
so Tora and like Garen, because Garen's been on my streams before.
Garen's, yeah.
And like you guys were all like, and Connor,
Sean,
you guys,
too.
Sean and Connor, you guys were all really patient with me, and I was very appreciative. And and like me Sword Fighter main, let's go.
Let's go.
And I used like your me Sword Fighter Makoto from Persona 3 skin, and I was like, oh, I was doing great. I actually won a few games because like, I remember, like, oh well, frick. Edit that out. Sorry, edit out. I remember Tora, right? He was playing Ganon, and I was playing me Sword Fighter, and I remember he said I had the most BDE possible at that moment because, which, if you don't know what that means, search it up. I'll put it on screen in editing. But he was playing Ganon, and I was playing me Sword Fighter, right? And we were playing like the Game & Watch stage where like auto scrolls, right? And I had like gotten murdered right on the first stock, and then on the second stock, like as the stage was like, I baited him towards like the edge, like since it was a walk-off stage as well, because I think stage headers were off on that, but like, and basically I baited him out there, right? And my plan was to like grab him and back throw him into the blast zone, but what I ended up doing is I was like, okay, this isn't gonna work. So I was like, I up B'd, right, with me Sword Fighter, and I took both me and him into the blast zone, and he gave me a free stock for that one and walked into the blast zone himself. And he said that was like the most BDE I've had when playing Smash. And like now it's like my playing Smash, like I've been told like I definitely want to go to like those like local tournaments and stuff, but like like not just for like the experience, right? Even though I'm like not like close to professional, I think the best character I can go to like a local tournament with and have a chance is either me Sword Fighter or like Terry, because those are the characters I do the best with. Maybe like Crom, I guess, but like me Sword Fighter and Terry's like definitely up there, like my best options for like a tournament. And like
honestly, that'd be pretty rad to go with you.
Oh, true. And like you know what's funny is being so smart in the maining K rule.
There you go.
Yeah, it was like, but like, yeah, like I want to go to like Smash Bros. Cause, like I know Tyler, you've said, and like some other people have said, like I'm like at the very top of like close to like competitive and casual. I'm like at the top of that, but like not like at the bottom of competitive, but like almost at the competitive. And like
you're either very high ranking casual or very or low competitive.
Yeah. And like I'd say Caiden, you're about on the same like level as me on that, because we do great, and like my Terry messes you up, and like your K roll also messes me up, right? And then like and then I just remember my hype Zelda 0 to death involving your crown, Caiden. Just remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, I forgot to say the replay, so it's like it's stuck in our brains, but neither of us have forgotten it. And it was like an actually hype Zelda 0 to death.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna let down that snake clip though.
Oh, that snake clip was insane. I'll admit that was sick. But yeah, so, and like playing like all these competitive games, the problem is like you don't want to like play the game forever, because like, or play like all the time, because then it gets like start to hate the game, or like taking it too seriously. And like definitely I sometimes start to take it way too seriously, so I'll have to like calm down, and then like, and so instead of like playing like random character, like, because Caiden, you know, I can sometimes get a little too serious with, and so like to calm me down and stuff, I'll take like, a few like short breaths, and then like, hey, instead of like getting too serious, why don't we go like random and stuff, and like that, like,
Yeah.
or like play like Ganon and Ridley and go for those suicide side B kills, because those are hilarious.
Yeah, because apparently you know how cracked that can be with thinking Ridley.
Oh, like my Ganon,
I'm like, oh.
my Ganon is actually kind of cracked now, and like that's what's
Really?
concerning. Yeah.
Huh.
Like,
Nice.
but like, yeah. And like finding someone online playing who's like an actually tryhard, like, oh my god, it's horrible. Like, I went into a battle arena trying to get some like Terry clips, right? And I did get some clips off of it, right? And some like failed clips, like I remember seeing like forward tilt into Buster Wolf as like Terry is like a true thing as long as they're not above 90%. And he was like at 84%, so I did F tilt, and then it inputted Buster Wolf as well, and it didn't connect. So I want to input like the, well, that was a freaking lie, and like, cause it didn't connect, and like I put like that one like sound like the from that one song "See You Again," like the you know that part.
Oh yeah.
Because I thought it would be funny, and clearly it was. Like, and like I lost to a campy Sora in a battle arena as well. And like that, the person like I clipped with like the F tilt into Buster Wolf thing that didn't connect was a Luigi, who hit me with a Luigi, who tried to hit me with the Luigi zero to death. He was fishing for grabs when I was at 0, and I was like, and I almost did the reverse 3 stock on him. By the way, like I brought it down to 1 stock last hit. Like that was how like close that match was, you know.
Dang.
And I was down. I almost pulled that reverse 3 stock, so I almost clipped him good. And like I lost, and then I went to a different battle arena, and I had to play against the Sora, which usually when I play against Sora, I usually like SD and just go into a different match, because I hate Sora with a fiery passion. And that's what I mean, because this person was literally playing the campiest game, like up, running to ledge, because like his floating mechanics, right? And like up being back onto like the ledge, and like side being a lot, right? And like when he started camping, I ran up to the ledge. He went to up B, right? I parried the first hit, the second hit, and the last. Like I parried like a couple hits, right? Like the first few hits, right? Like when he was trying to get back to ledge, right? To camp, right? But it didn't snap the ledge, and instead the 4th, 5th, and 6th hit I parried, and then jabbed into Buster Wolf, and I clipped that Sora pretty hard, and that was very satisfying. And like yeah, like certain characters, I don't understand why people hate on certain characters other than for who they main, except for Sora, because Sora mains deserve all the hate they can get, and so does Sora. But like every other character, like they get hated on a lot, but like I don't see like much hate. I don't think those characters deserve as much hate, right? Depending on their play style, obviously. Like, sometimes the way I play Zelda, I definitely deserve the hate for it, because I'll just press B. All you need to play Zelda, by the way. And like, what's worse is it works. Caiden knows it works, because I beat you with that strategy before, somehow.
It was bogus.
I know, I don't even believe I should have won. That was a separate game from the Zelda Zero Chest, by the way. Like, people, like, I know people hate on like Pyra Mythra mains, right? But like the ones who like spam like Pyra side B, it's not even that good of a move, by the way. Like they deserve the hate, right? Then there's me, who like, and I just swing a sword around, right? Like I'm actually pretty good with Pyra, right? I'd say Pyra's in my top 10 characters that I'm good at. And then like I struggle to find like a main, like. Because, like, with the roster that they have, it's kind of difficult to find a main. Because, like, from 3DS, when I started playing Ultimate, me Sword Fighter, right? When I got my own copy, I wanted to try out other characters, right? And so I went to... Who did I go to next? I went to Me Gunner next. And then after, like, Me Gunner, I ended up going to... I wanted to try out Lucina, but I couldn't, like, get a feel for Lucina very well. I wasn't like good at Lucina. I couldn't like, and like Lucina's one of the easiest characters to play in the game, right? And I was just when I first played Lucina, I was kind of struggling, right? And so I was like, huh, who's a different character that I can go to then? And I was like, alright, let's try Rosalina out. And Rosalina is probably in my top 5 best characters that I have, right? Because, like, Caiden knows, my Rosalina is, like, kind of crazy sometimes.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, and I was like, huh, and then I played Fire Emblem Three Houses for a while. I have near 1,000 hours, right? Dedication, by the way. Let's go. I might go for like that 1,000 hour mark on stream just for even more satisfaction.
Fair.
And like, so I was like, and that's my favorite game of all time, right? So I was like, you know what? Let's go Byleth, right? And Byleth was, I was alright with Byleth at that point when I first played Byleth. Not the greatest, not the best, not that good, not that bad either. And so I like dropped Byleth for a bit. And I was like, alright, let's try out Chrom. And like Chrom's like really similar to Lucina, Roy, and Marth. Those 4 are all the same. Like Roy could literally be an echo of Marth. And that's what people don't realize. And like Chrom's an echo of Roy, but like different up B. But like Chrom has a different up B and neutral B than Marth. That makes him a little different than like Roy, who only has one different move, right? Which being the neutral B, which isn't like Shield Breaker. And like, and the only difference between Marth and Roy's up B is how fast it is. Like, because you know Marth and Lucina's up B is pretty quick, and it gives like gives 1 frame of invincibility, which I learned online, by the way, playing Lucina, because I got real lucky with that. But that's beyond the point. Like, it's just a little slower. It has fire effect to it. And like Chrom, so I went to Chrom, right? Because like, and then I am pretty good with Chrom, I'll admit. And then I also, but like my one flaw is like I'll go off stage like and go for suicide kills, because like that's freaking hilarious, by the way. I do that with me Brawler as well, but like and, like the up B juice you can get, like you can be like on stage, right, near the ledge, and if Chrom up Bs, you have a chance of dying, Chrom living. That's the only like problem people hate about Chrom. But like Chrom's fun. And like yeah, like people have said Chrom's recovery sucks, but Roy sucks. Roy's a bad character. Roy sucks.
Thank you.
I can't recover as Roy when I'm playing Roy, but as Chrom, I can recover for some reason. Chrom cannot recover very well, apparently, but Roy can. But like, I can recover with Chrom and not Roy. And like,
yeah,
like I don't like the sour spotted swords and like sweet spots, because it literally just, and like Mars Tipper, it's like kind of like a BS mechanic where like for stronger hits, and it's like people rely on it way too much. And like same thing for like Roy. And like the thing about Chrom and Lucina that I like is like their whole sword is like completely balanced. Like there's like no BS with them other than like Chrom's up B, like while recovering. There's a possibility of that. And like their sword like is all even, like each hit's like the same, right? And so that's why like, you know, and then pretty much, yeah. Like Caiden, you see me recover as Chrom. Like when I don't think I'm making it back, I somehow make it back. And I'm like real low.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I've learned a strategy on utilizing King K rule against Chrom.
Okay, but like I've seen someone try that strategy on me with Corrin when they were playing Core and I was playing Chrom, right? They tried countering at the ledge to like send me like off, but their counter missed every time. And I was like, haha, joke's on you, and I ended up killing with up B twice. So
yeah.
And like, but like trying to find a main, like it's really difficult. And like after Chrom, I was like, huh, who else can I try? And then I went back to Lucina, and I finally got the hang of Lucina. So, which I learned like her and Mars up B has 1 frame of invincibility, because we were playing my rule set online. It was somebody else's, because like theirs was like Omega stage, right? With 5-minute 3-stock final smash meter on, right? Mine's 7-minute battlefield smash meter on. Because like smash meter is like fun for casual play, right? And I enjoy casual play. And like, so like they were playing Cloud, I was playing Lucina, right? and I was recovering. This man literally went off stage, pressed B with his final smash, and tried to hit me with it while off stage. And I was recovering then, right? And he went through Lucina, which is how I learned. Like, it has one frame of like invincibility, and then he died for it. So that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then after Lucina, I went Terry, and I couldn't figure out some of the inputs, right? And so I watched like guys online, still couldn't figure it out for a bit, and then I went back to like Byleth, got cracked with Byleth, and then I was like, alright, let's get back to Terry. And then Terry, I finally learned the inputs for Terry, and so now I'm going to go with Terry, so. And then then I was like Robin, I play Robin, and now I think my current mains, like the ones I'm like in between are like Robin, Terry, and me Sword Fighter. So like, Tyler, what's like your like, how'd you decide on like Joker as your main? Like, did you like have any others before Joker, or like?
I think I played Persona 5 by that point, and so when I saw Joker was getting into Smash,
Yeah.
I was very hyped by that. Either that, or I figured out about Joker from Smash Bros. Played the game then, and then I just decided, do it. I'm just gonna make Joker my main. Screw it.
Yeah.
I don't care if he has a bad playstyle, which it's
Joker's
mediocre,
like absolutely
I guess.
cracked.
It's mid.
Joker's one of the best characters in the game.
It can be cracked. It can be cracked if you have the right moveset and the right playset. But if you don't know what you're doing,
get your comeback mechanics with DLC. I feel like the most like fair, one of like the most fair DLC is probably like Byleth is a fair DLC character.
Piranha Plant?
Piranha Plant's also a fair DLC character. Those are like one of like some of the only fair DLC characters, because like Hero's hilarious with the RNG, but like I wouldn't say it's like fair, right? Joker's got Arsene, which like Joker's one of the best characters in like Smash Ultimate, like in like competitive, like it's like ranked
because
one
of
the best.
Arsene.
No, like not even because of Arsene. Like the problem with like Joker is you're expecting like a weak, like kind of like meh character, right? But like he's already a good character as Joker alone. So when he gets Arsene, he's even better. And then like
it's fun.
yeah, and then like Sora, he's got that like that auto lock side B. He's like the most floaty character. He can literally recover from anything. He's like the one character you can't spike, and yet I did. And that felt so satisfying to do, by the way. Spiking a Sora main.
Nice.
And like Min Min has a Smash Jackson covered like the entire freaking stage, by the way. And Kazuya has like all those inputs and like the rage drive meter when he gets over 100. And like Pyramithra, that's very obvious of what's unfair about that character, like because you can swap in between them with down B. Like people and like but yeah, like so like I'd say Byleth and like Piranha Plant are like the most fair DLC characters. Like and like people say like Pit and Dark Pit are like the most honest characters in the game, right? Dark Pit as well because Echo Fighter, but like I would disagree, because like their spike is really weak, right? But like they can keep hitting it and then recover from the pits of it like heck, and still recover from it and live, right? They have like 4 or 5 jumps and a really good up B, right? And their side B has super armor on it.
Yep.
So like that doesn't seem like a very fair character, like an honest character to me. Which is why like why my most honest character, in my own opinion, is literally Lucina. Because like
she's a cable main over here.
Because she literally doesn't have like the tipper function that Marth has, and all of her like hits are equal in like damage and stuff. Doesn't have the tipper. Pretty much like a generic basic moveset, and everything's fair about it. Two jumps like what most characters have in the game. And yeah, so I'd argue Lucina is the most honest character in the game. Who do you guys think is like the most honest character?
I don't have a really good platform to say anything on, since I'm not that.
Yeah.
Like I play Smash, but I don't like play Smash
Yeah.
enough to say like, this character is fairer than this character. So.
Yeah. But there are definitely some characters like should not have like certain mechanics. Like let's go with Little Mac for example. Like he literally has super armor on every smash attack, right? And hardly any end lag. Like no end lag at all, right? And the bad recovery. That seems like automatic super armor on all smash attacks to mash out a bad recovery is enough. Should be enough, right? But no, they give him no end lag, and then they give him a BS comeback mechanic that kills people at 20%, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like... If we're going honesty, like, do you mean, like, purely, like, to play this character, you need skill, and it can work very well, but it just doesn't suck generally as a character?
No, like, what I mean is, like, what has, like, the most honest moveset, like, no super armor, the basic 2 jumps... No, like, comeback mechanics, stuff like that, which is why I said, like, Lucina.
Well, yeah, you do make a good point with Lucina. It's just, I mean, if we're putting projectiles into the mist, I mean, there are a lot of characters who, have a basic moveset, but then they have a lot of projectiles, like Link or Snake, but, like, I'm just not too sure.
And, like, Mario, not, like, Mario's kind of fair, but, like, still not, because, like, you can because, like, the side B off stage and it just reverses where you're facing. That's, like, too gimmicky.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, so, like, my arguments for, like, Lucina is, like, the most honest. Anyways, anybody else have another topic they want to talk about?
I must apologize. I might have to leave here in like 5 minutes to, go do stuff.
Fair enough.
Chores around the house.
So real quick, then before you leave, we are gonna play one last game for this lovely 3-hour podcast. And this is gonna be like the who's most likely to. Now, Tyler, if you wanna like stay on for a bit after, we can do this with like a game. Cause like I have content ideas for this as well. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. But maybe another time then. Yeah. Cause like I want to like do this with like with Smash characters. We tried this with Caiden, and like his Wi-Fi like cut out and stuff.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah. I think it was like
dude, it was right at the end.
I know.
Like just nail each other at the last stock, and it's like, oh.
Bad Wi-Fi. So like we're gonna play like a real who's most likely to, right?
Yeah.
And basically, I'll just shuffle up some cards, and basically, we'll just say who's most likely to do what. And so I don't know what any of these cards are. I just grabbed like a random stack out of like the deck, and I'm just gonna shuffle them up. So
these are Smash characters, right?
No, not for Smash characters. This is for, like us.
Oh, for like friends or just us personally?
Us personally, like us as like friends.
In this call, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Us, yeah, like us in this call. Like So I'm just gonna grab it randomly off the top of the deck. Read this card. Oh, that's an interesting one. Who out of all of us is most likely to trample a kid on Black Friday?
Wait, what?
Who out of everyone in this call, who's most likely to trample a child on Black Friday?
Depends where.
Anywhere. It's Black Friday. Like, trying to get a good deal on something. Who's most likely to trample a kid? Not me, because I work. I have a job. I work on Fridays. I have the unfortunate bit of opening on Black Friday. No! I open on Black Friday. Oh no.
Good luck.
I'm screwed.
Get that katana ready, boy.
I have 3 katanas and 1 other sword. So I'd say Tyler seems all nice and stuff, but I feel like he'd trample a kid on Black Friday. He wants that deal. He'll do it.
I don't see a lot of deals, but if I see someone or if I see a deal I want, I'm not aside to push a kid out of the way. Maybe not trample them, but like,
like my little Google Smart Assistant. I did get that on a Black Friday deal. Both actually. I got a little Google Nest Mini, and that was like $20 on Black Friday. And the next year I got a Google Nest Hub, the one with like the screen. Generally the price is like $100, but I got it for $50 on Black Friday, and I used it a lot. So yeah, but yeah. So who's in favor of saying Tyler is most likely to trample a kid on Black Friday?
Well, I must admit, I accidentally did trample a kid when I was like 11 or 12. Not at Black Friday, but just at an event.
Okay,
in
it's
general.
Caden. I take
Because
my,
we
I
were
take my
all
vote
running.
back. It's Caden.
Listen.
No,
We were
justify.
all a bunch of people were running, and for some reason I didn't see the kid in front of me, and I literally went over him. And I
That's what they all
don't
say.
know how that happened.
Get wrecked,
But
kid.
yeah.
Get pwned.
Yeah, bad scenario.
Alright, next card. So we all vote Caden for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll vote myself out for that.
Alright, who's most likely to find a reason to take their shirt off? Caden. Definitely Caden.
I'm not even wearing a shirt right now, so
Yeah,
you already
see?
got me there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
There you
definitely. Yeah. Alright, next card. Alright. Who's most likely to coach a kid's soccer team and get way into it? That's me. That's me.
Yeah.
I get way too
Oh, yeah.
competitive. Like, I will be screaming at children, like, get the ball! Kick it! Let's go! And I would be screaming at the ref at a bad call, like, what do you mean? Like, you're not the coach. Like, I definitely get way into a kid's soccer game, so.
There you go.
Well, the cards don't lie. Who's most likely to have a MILF or DILF?
Oh, there you go.
Me.
I wonder.
Me.
Turn around.
Anyways, next card. Who's most likely to use dude as both a statement and a question?
I think I use dude a decent
I
amount
use dude
by
a lot.
accident.
Like, I call
Yeah,
everybody
same.
dude or like bruh. Like,
Yeah, I use dude
Yeah.
as just like a general term, even if
Yeah.
it's like not the right gender or like
Yeah,
label. It is really
I feel
just
like
like
dude is pretty kind of like the way most people use it is kind of like gender neutral. It's like, dude, what the heck? Why'd you do that? When like
Yeah.
you drop something,
Yeah.
when you like, let's say you drop something like a ball on somebody's foot or something. Like, dude, what the heck? That hurt.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand
'Cause, like-
it's technically a male term, but like
Yeah.
I end up just using it like as a term if I like hang
Yeah.
out with someone. And it's like, come on,
Yeah.
dude, what's up?
I use it as more
What are
like
you
a
getting?
gender
What are you
neutral because like I'm really bad at remembering pronouns. So like like when I'm talking with someone, I'll be like, the dude just like went off and like absolutely wrecked me in the game. Like, you know.
Mhm.
And like usually I'll also use like they for it and like for like talking
Yeah.
about people and like it's kind of difficult because like my brain will like hear a voice and automatically register one thing and that like gets me a little confused, so like I'll have to like correct myself, and I do feel bad when I like get the mistake.
I do feel
Anyways,
I literally have 2 post-it notes with pronouns for different people on my monitor right now. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Anyways, who's most likely to do anything for $5?
You.
Yeah, money is
Sorry, I
money.
just had
Yeah.
to follow
I am
up.
Mr. Krabs. Money.
Yeah.
Alright, who is most likely to make sure their friends get more messed up on a night out drinking? Me. I would make sure my friends get more drunk than me, just because. I mean,
Bro, I'm bringing the apple
bro.
juice. What are you talking about?
we don't know, Tyler. You might be the one making people messed up, getting blackout drunk.
I doubt it.
Like if
I don't
have-
like alcohol, so.
fair.
I mean, I haven't tried it to be
Please.
fair, so I guess I
Yeah.
don't know.
Moving on before I incriminate myself. Who would most likely be uncomfortable at a strip club? Definitely like Tyler. I feel like would be more uncomfortable than Caden. Like Caden would definitely be uncomfortable, and I feel like Tyler would probably be like, the most uncomfortable.
Yeah, probably because I wouldn't stay. I'd just walk out.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even go.
I'd say probably Caden. I'll say Caden. I'll vote Caden out. I feel like I'd have enough, ability just to stay in the strip club. But I'll probably just be looking at the wall.
Like, yes, this wall here.
What
is made
a
out of
beautiful wall! Oh, buddy boy.
It's like, yes, this floor here is made out of floor, but it's with the wall.
Yeah, exactly. I'll
Alright.
say Caden.
Who is most likely to argue with anyone about anything?
D.
Yeah. I'll argue it even if I'm wrong. Even if I know I'm wrong, I will still argue just because I think it's funny.
I can argue, and I like to argue sometimes, but I don't like to. I don't want to start
Yeah.
an argument. So I'll say Caden.
Next card. Who feels like they need to be included in every conversation?
That's a good question.
I feel like me. just because I like try my best to just to find someone to talk to, because like, you know, I need to be doing something, otherwise I'll like be messing with stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for the last card, this one's a boring card. We need an interesting card.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna look for Okay, none of those are interesting. Hang on. Technical difficulties.
I would just like to say, Tyler, that was one of my favorite Nerf guns because of how practical
It is so fun. It is so fun. It is amazing. I just wish it was more powerful.
Yeah, like just the way, like most Nerf guns, it's difficult to have more ammunition. That one you just like instantly.
Yeah, bam. Super fun, super easy. You know.
Exactly, and it's dual wieldable.
It's dual wieldable, true. I can load it with one hand. Although I gotta say, if I were to do a pistol, for dual wielding, it's this one.
Oh yeah.
Because it's also, you got your 6 chambers here, and it's a motor. This one's not the one that revs, but it's a motored, battery powered, you know. So you could just press that trigger and then dual wield that, but it's a little heavy. I can't really like do stuff like that a lot, you know. And plus it hurts since there's like a little, I don't know if I, just like a little like nick right here that like scratches my fingers whenever I spin it.
So alrighty, I got the most interesting card I could find.
Well though.
We'll skim through and saw which one looked the most interesting. Who, out of all of us, who is most likely to break into their own house after getting locked out?
Good.
I've done that before.
I've been locked out of my house, but I didn't break back in. I had to wait outside in the cold until someone like unlocked the door, because like one of the houses I used to live in, that we used to rent before we bought this house, right? Which we've been here for a year, 5 days ago. Nice. But one of the houses I used to live in, the back door, we used to enter and exit through the back door. We hardly ever used the front door. But like, it's like one of those locks where you can open it from the inside even when it's locked, but you can't open it from the outside, you know? And I forgot to, because like usually when we like walk some dogs in that house, like we had one dog in that house, and I had to walk her every morning. And like, I would like I forgot to unlock the door that time, and it was like February, I want to say, maybe. It was like either fall or like late winter, and it was pretty cold out, and I had like a small jacket on, right? Because I didn't expect to be out there that long. My parents say I was being overdramatic about the time, and I was only out there for like 10 minutes, but it was more than 10 minutes, I can tell you that much. Like, it was cold, it was kind of cold, I forgot to, and like, I was pounding on the door. My mom said she thought she heard something, but she went back to sleep for a few minutes. I was pounding I had to walk across the front door as well, and pound on that, see if that was unlocked, like, because we didn't have a spare key. I have a keychain now with my house key on it, but, like, I was, like, pounding on the door, right, and, it was just not fun. I'm pretty sure I was out there for, like, 30 to 40 minutes. It wasn't, like, too cold, but it was still cold enough for me to, like, be shivering every so often.
Was it like wind chill a lot?
Not too much wind chill. It was a little windy, not too much wind. And, yeah, so I was out there for a bit, and, my mom finally, like, got up eventually after, like, what I think was, like, 30 to 40 minutes, and, maybe, like, 20-30 minutes, but it definitely wasn't, like, 10. And my mom finally got up and checked to see what was out there, because I was sitting out on the verge of tears, because I just wanted to go inside and, like, play my DS, right? And then my mom just opens the door, and I'm just right there, because I forgot to unlock it, and I was like, finally! But yeah, fun times.
Fun time.
Yeah.
So anyways, thank you both for joining me in this lovely podcast today. We had quite a lot of topics, you know?
Yeah.
This is,
Indeed we did.
Glad
this
you
is
had
gonna be mostly unedited. Like, obviously, the parts where I said people's names, that's gonna have to be edited down, right? But,
Yeah.
like, everything else, and, like, obviously, like, certain words have to be edited, and, like, some things have to be, like, put a censor sound in, and, like, yeah. But other than that, like, everything, like, from, the, like, the intro onwards, unedited, except for, like, the parts where I had to, like, walk my dog, my puppy. But, like, yeah. So, pretty much, mostly unedited, so yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you both for joining. Anybody want to do an outro?
Oh, I did the intro that failed, so
That was a love thing. I'm keeping that. That was hilarious.
The freeze was perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining my lovely podcast. If you want to see more podcasts, stick around for next podcast, which will be whenever I get around to recording another one. But until next time, thanks again to our lovely sponsor, My Wallet. Goodbye.
bye.
Robert?